Oh. When the world said no, it can't be done, he said, watch me rise like the morning sun. With a mind like fire and a soul like steel, he built a future the world can now feel.
No shortcuts taken, no corners bent, just truth in code and a heart well spent. While others chase profit, he builds for peace, a revolution where everyone has release.
From Cincinnati roots to global reach, his mission clear on every speech. Decentralized power, AI with care, XR worlds where dreams are fair. He didn't come for fame or flash, he came to live, to heal, to last. No selfish gain, no hidden scheme, just a pure love for the human dream.
We stand with Ash
through night and day.
When the critics talk,
we'll find our way.
We stand with Ash
through storm and flood.
His name is honor,
his work is fair.
Not for himself,
but for you and me.
A new world rising,
wild and free.
We stand with Ash,
and we always will.
With every heartbeat,
with every skill.
Founders and affiliates, raise your hands. This is the moment we understand. The patience, the wait, the silent fight was all for a future bathed in light.
No IPO pressure, no Wall Street chains, just wealth shared freely, breaking old pains. We're not just users, we're family, we're kin, built on trust from deep within.
They said no one could change the game, but Ash rewrote the rules, no shame. Smart cities breathe, health tech heals, biometrics guard what's sacred and real. And when the world comes knocking, begging for a piece of what he's got, we'll stand taller, stand together, because we're the mission, now and forever.
Who leads with love?
What?
Who builds with truth?
What?
Who gives without taking?
What?
Who's the future's awakening?
What?
Well, yeah. We stand with Ash through night and day.
When the critics talk,
we'll find our way.
We stand with Ash
through storm and flame.
His name is honor,
his work is fair.
Not for himself,
but for you and me.
A new world rising,
wild and free.
We stand with Ash,
and we always will.
With every heartbeat,
with every skill.
We stand,
not for glory, but for what's right.
We stand,
we stand,
not for profit, but for purpose.
Rising together.
We stand with Ash because he stood first, because he believed when no one else did, because his dream is ours.
We stand.
We stand with Ash. 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 We stand.
Karma's a bitch.
Queen of Karma.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing tonight? I hope that you're all having a fabulous, fabulous, amazing night and that you are ready to get through some fun stuff with me tonight. There's some interesting things going on. So do you guys remember how OTech Pros and the Heroes webinar got canceled for a little bit? We covered it here. We read through the announcements. They were like, we're going to just kind of put it on a pause, like the company's been on a pause for a little bit. Well, they happened this weekend. So that was interesting. Hello, Albs, and it to scam it. Joe says, greeting everyone. Welcome to the AI version of Queen Creek of Karma. Please leave WD-40 as a tip. Thanks. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. And Chelsea said she's grabbing dinner. She'll be back. See? You guys like that song? That was an interesting song, wasn't it? I didn't make that song. A lot of people have accused me of making all of these AI songs. I don't make these songs. These are songs made by Bill Musk Productions. I thought that was noticeable because his tag and his name is always attached all over it, that it's John White and Bill Musk Productions. So that was their song that they made, and their image of Chris Johnson with the tan as a Jamaican. I didn't do Chris in blackface. They did Chris in blackface. So go cancel them. Hello, Done Deal 11. Good to see you. The only person who can accept money in this scam is Mr. Mufara. That's right. He gets mad if you accept money from anyone else. And Done Deal says, Marty made Ash a lot of money by spreading the scam and keeping the dupes in line. He deserved better. You would think, at least from Ash, right? Hashtag build Marty the stairs, Sam says. He needs the stairs, okay? And he didn't want anything fancy. He would have been fine with stairs that were not fancy. But Ash Mufara said, no, you deserve fancy-ass stairs. So we'll buy you the fancy stairs. And then he got in trouble for it. So I don't know. Yeah, it was supposed to be Chris Johnson. They kind of put his face on there, but I don't know. It was hard to see. Hello, Mr. Level. Good to see you. Hey. So yes, the OTech Pros and the Heroes webinar actually did happen this weekend. And I was sitting over here watching a funny clip of the OTech Pros webinar, or whatever this webinar just was. But this is a webinar with Comfort and Collins, and I think it's Vincent. Vincent's there. And it was posted up, this little clip, and they're sharing it all around, and it made me laugh quite a lot. So I thought I would come on here and watch it with you guys, along with a few other things. You missed a great song. Ash's Terrorist. Oh my. Chris spent too much time on the boat. He did. So there was this really funny live stream. As you can see, Onpassive by Collins Manna, Why We Build a Community First. This made me laugh because I was like, you mean a cult? Let's call it what it actually is. But it's quite amusing. It's great fun for the whole family.
And I look at our community because it's about building people. So I look at the community, the business we are in, the community. Mr. Ash Mufara build the community first before the product. Why? Why did Mr. Ash Mufara did it, not the other way around? Why did Mr. Ash Mufara decide to first build a community and then gradually move into the product? There is a reason. And
it's because you didn't have a product. is because this has never been about a product. It's always about recruiting. Products are always like the second thought in MLMs. They're like, we need to get a whole bunch of people recruited, and then, oh shit, if we do that, it's a pyramid scheme. In most countries, we can't just recruit them and get them to pay. We need a product. So we'll just come up with something that we can make for cheap and mark up. And that should do it. But you didn't have a product. So he's like, no, it makes sense that we would build our company and our community. Basically, they're saying we get our customers before we have a product. And that makes absolute sense. Based on the statistics of the success rate in MLMs and based on who buys the products in MLMs, it is the distributors. MLMs were created so that companies could ensure that they have constant customers. No matter what, they got the distributors as their customer base to bring in an income for them every month. Even if they go through a recall or something happens, those people are still going to have to buy stuff to stay at their rank that month. So it's guaranteed profits for these large corporations who then pay you a penny an hour if you're lucky. Not even. Because you're lucky to even make like $1 a day in an MLM. That's the whole thing. So imagine being told, listen, you need to buy something from us, but we're not going to tell you what you're buying. And that makes absolute sense. That's what we're doing here.
It's just there, because he wants to build us, and when I look at it, it's about growing through community. It's just about growth. He wants to build us to grow with the community, so that the community can have that effect, that collective effect of uplifting. That's the mindset. He said, no, I need to build that community, educate them, about the mission and the vision of what I want to achieve and what I'm expecting from them. So we grow through that as a community only to those who really are really engaged. I want to talk to.
Yeah, but the thing is that you are selling AI products. You don't need to grow a community if the AI products are good, right? Products should sell themselves, as these MLMs always say.
Those who are engaged, because there are people who are disengaged. Not everybody is engaged. There are people who came with the mindset of me, let me make it and go. Let me just log in. If there is something there, I grab it and go. That's not the reason Mr. Ash Mufara did this. And
No. There was no grabbing and going. You haven't had a product for sale. A customer off the street has not been able to ever buy anything from you. When you did have O Connect and you were selling it, you were only selling it to your distributors, to the other O founders. The company never actually launched to the public. They never got there because then remember all the merchant issues happened, right? So like they never advanced after that. That was it. It's like, no. You have to remember what this thing started as. So it's fine now for you to be like, oh, the product doesn't matter. We're all about community and we all have to build up this movement and blah, blah, blah. But you originally started this thing to have a suite of tech products to help other MLMs run their MLM. People couldn't come in here and buy anything because there was nothing to buy. But what they did do is they bought into this dream for $97 US, and then they had to wait for 7 years with nothing happening. Like, where's the grabbing and going? When you're then sitting around for 7 years, just waiting for a product to be formed, Calling scammer. Wasn't the back office the first product technically, that was the original idea. You are right. The original idea was that Onpassive Suite was going to have several products and that you would only have to buy in one time. Do you guys remember that whole thing? They kept going, one time buy-in, only buy in once. And it was a big deal when we were like first covering it. Then slowly it turned into, oh, well, we might have to charge you for the products now that are in this suite. And then the products, right? But then they were like, oh, but it will be okay because we'll give you targeted traffic. But then, of course, eventually it was, well, you might have to buy the products and the targeted traffic after you buy it to the OES, right? And then we got to what we know today as Onpassive, which is them and their stupid, we're going to have 50 products and you're going to have to buy every single one. They'll all be in a back office that you also have to buy to get into. Like, awesome, you know? So yeah, it was the first product, but it wasn't really for sale. It was just kind of like, all right, come in. And I believe it started off with the Go Founders area, right? And then they made a back office. I believe we had a version even before the one we're using now, but it was shit. And then they fixed it and updated it. And they had to migrate to a new one like 3 times, and it was awful. There was always problems. So I believe, Joe, that an owl-driven fidget spinner is something they should look into. I mean, maybe they could actually make that. Collins is the master at coming up with some BS about how it's good things went the way they did. He's a complete clown. He's on the same clown level as Chris and Mike Ellis, by the way. Yes, that's right. The buffer is the Onpassive fidget spinner. Ooh.
Sometimes you will not blame them. People who are like that, and it will just depend on how whoever introduced them into Mr. Ash Mufara ecosystem, the business, the community. Business. Let me call it that community.
Cult.
The community is about education, growth, true community. It's about growing as a community so that collectively we can uplift each other. And when we go out, we have one common language, the mission and vision of Mr. Ash Mufara, what he's expecting from us. You know, the worst thing that will happen is...
What is he expecting from you? You know, we've been talking about that a lot. And I don't really know what he is expecting from you other than just blind faith in whatever he's going to do. And in him, a delusional amount of loyalty to him, even if he doesn't give you any in return. And then he basically just wants you to sit around and wait and read messages in the back office O News area whenever he decides to update it. Other than that, I don't know what is expected of you. You keep saying you're getting ready for it to launch. What does that mean? How will I know when I'm ready? What are the skills that I need to acquire and the things that I need to do so that I can get from where I am right now in this moment, which is apparently not ready. After 7 years, though, I don't know how much more I can do to get ready, but that's my point. What do I have to do now to get ready? What does being ready look like? What does it mean? Does it mean that I have out my credit card? You know, so many questions.
When Mr. Ash Mufara expects so much from you, they say, unto those
He'll know
much
when
are given, much are expected. If you don't want much to be expected from you, please don't accept it, don't receive it. When much are given, much are expected. Good character, good values, all of those things are expected. And one of the things I want to go, true wealth isn't just about financial gain. No.
You guys
it is
are
not
out.
about financial gain. When we talk about the true secret of wealth, it is nothing to do with money. It's about relationship, impact, legacy, human potential.
It has nothing to do with money. Please ignore the fact that our CEO pocketed $108 million for just himself and his family. And he was probably going to pocket another $60 million, except it got frozen by the UAE bank in Dubai. Never been about money, though. But make sure you pay $97 to join.
Potential, empowering to build lasting legacy, lasting wealth. That's the lasting legacy you want to leave. What type of legacy do you want to leave? Relationship, when you build good relationship, it helps you to grow, it creates an impact, and that legacy will remain. What people are doing, you will say, wow, I think I'm in a good place. Now my mindset is different. I think the reason why I came in.
But this is what I'm saying. I don't know what you mean when you say mindset is different. Because let's be real, all of these webinars are the fucking same. And I think my audience here will agree with me. All right, my fellow naysayers will tell you, you almost can't tell it apart anymore, from the OTech Pros to the Heroes webinar to, I don't know, one of Dan Street's motivational speeches. Like, it's all the same shit. So what, like, how is watching that going to ready me, first of all? And again, what do I need? What are these skills I need to acquire to be ready? It's like, you don't know. Joe has been a member for 51 months. Thank you, Joe. Nothing to do with money. Bullshit. Greetings, Queen of Karma haters. That's right. Donate to me so that my haters get mad.
To this business is different from what I'm seeing. This is what the CEO wants from me. And because so much has been given to me, so much now is expecting. So it is not about financial. It's about what will you do with the excess. That's where Mr. Ash Mufara is pushing you to. You cannot give what you don't have. You can only give what you have.
And I can't learn what you won't tell me that I need to learn. Right? It's like, I don't understand. What do I need to learn and do? Come on.
But when much has been given to you, don't think that you are not, they expect much from you. Because if you have a massive mansion, you will sleep only in one bedroom. In that one bedroom, you sleep only on a single bed. On that single bed, there's just a portion, which is telling you that life means nothing. People will remember you not for what you have, what is in your pocket, or remember for what you have given. And Ms. Ash Mufara is building us to that point where he wants us to give. He will not.
We're all living in a one-bedroom apartment alone on a cot? That doesn't sound good. If that's the goal here, is that how I know that I'm ready? When you've taken everything from me? Yeah, no, actually, it's a cult. That tracks. That tracks. And then you'll ship me off somewhere to go do hard labor. Just seems like yesterday I started watching some crazy woman here. Who was that?
Force you. He will not find a whip. But your own conscience will say, this man has really given me so much.
Okay.
It's a platform for me to maximize it
Well,
in a way that things will happen. And it will happen to all of us.
It will happen.
But now, that much now, what will you do with the excess? And that time, your heart will be speaking.
Okay, oh, fuck. I wonder if that is an illegal income claim. That one's a hard one. Because, like, technically what he's saying is that you're going to make so much money, you'll be able to take care of yourself, but you won't need much. You'll be happy in a 1-bedroom on a cot, you know. And then you'll have excess money. And then I guess that money is the money that we're using to save humanity. And I don't know if saying all that excess money that's left over, that will change your life. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more.
Your own heart. Have I done the right thing? Have I done the wrong thing? How many people did you see them on the way and you helped them, you blessed them? How many children did you send them to school? How many homeless people did you say, let me give a portable house or water or stuff like that? Because you'll be meeting these people every day in front of you. You know, when much is expected and your mindset has already been tuned to that. But
this is what I'm saying, because I don't know what you mean when you say that now you're in the right mindset. I mean, okay, think about it. So you're in this cult, right? Since at least 2022. And if you're still there going to these webinars, you've drank the Kool-Aid. All right, like you're in. You're in all the way. You believe in Ash and that he's Sir Lord of the Internet. And you believe all of this stuff that they're talking about, right? Have you not then technically just kind of been ready the whole time? If you're going to all the webinars, otherwise you're really failing these people. If you've been doing 7 years of webinars with them, or at least 3 years of webinars daily with them, and they haven't moved at all in the right direction of being in the right mindset or being ready for this thing. Like something's gone wrong then, sir. Maybe you need to learn how to teach people better then. Because that's what I'm not understanding. And I'm like, because you're not going to change what any of you do. You're still calling it OTech Pros. It's not even Onpassive anymore. What's the O stand for? Oh my God, I'm broke? Like, I don't. So you're not changing any of the things that you guys are doing in your webinars to allegedly ready the rest of the O founders. So how is me now watching you for an extra 6 months after 3 to 7 years of just watching this shit on repeat going to ready me anymore? Does that make sense? Like, if you ain't ready now, you're not gonna be ready, is what I'm getting at. And like, if they're not ready, maybe that's not because of them. Again, the leadership comes from the top. So if you're the leaders in this thing, and you've been apparently supposedly trying to ready these people for 7 years, you failed. It's like, I don't understand. What am I supposed to be getting out of all of these that is different ever, but especially right now? Because I don't see it. It's just the same mumbo jumbo. And the Heroes webinar was, you know, the last one I watched, it was very, very similar. It's the same. Is the pecking order now Ash, Chris, Red, Gene? Something like that. I mean, Marty was the right-hand man, and then he's booted out, so you would think that Chris would replace him, but I don't know, maybe it's Dan Street and Mike Ellis, since that was his team. And I guess everyone that would be under Marty now would go under Dan Street and Mike Ellis. You know? None of them are getting. I'm just like, they keep doing the same webinars over and over and over again. And they're like, well, how come you guys aren't ready? Like, okay, well, if you're not changing anything, I don't see, like, what's being ready?
That's where you will see all of these things coming in front of you, reminding you everywhere you're driving, you'll see them on the way. How many people do you bless? because this is the reason why you are in this company.
Yeah, money to bless people. Like you said, you get a nice, affordable house, take care of you and your family, and then that excess money is supposed to bless everyone around you. Well, it's money.
So that you can go and bless people. You can be the beacon of hope. You know, the hope, the voice to the voiceless, because they have given you that tools for you to do good. But now it'll be up to you if you want to do it or not. Remember that there are companies that will come in, software solution, they will use it to give better pay raise to their employee. That's also good they are doing.
Says who?
Good is not only about us sitting close.
Okay, I just have to ask you one thing, Collins. Just think about this for a minute. Okay? If a company did not adapt a multi-level marketing business model and it wanted to make money for the people in the company, its employees, or make it so that their customers could make money, do you think that that company would go and join another MLM company that's already established and already has their downline all set, right? The charts probably takes up your whole living room wall. If you've ever seen the It Works chart, they used to joke about how it actually does take up your entire living room wall. If you like draw the whole thing out, it's crazy. They're going to be on the bottom of that pyramid. Or do you think that that company would just go, you know what? Maybe we'll just adopt an MLM model ourselves. Have our own downline over here, our own pyramid, and do it that way with our own products that we own, instead of now selling our products and someone else's products to make money. Just think about that for a second, Collins. Would that make sense to you, Mr. I'm an OTech Pro businessman, if you were the owner and CEO of another company, to go and sign up in some downline of some MLM to sell other companies' products to make money? Or would you just adapt an MLM model yourself with your company and products? I'll give you some time to figure it out, but I believe in you. I believe that if you just think about that for a minute, you'll realize how stupid you sound when you guys say other companies are going to want to come in and join us so that their people can make money too. Because it's like, it sounds stupid. Hi, Jelly. Good to see you. Jelly does not sound stupid. Be more like Jelly.
In there, but companies look at you and say, wow, you know, my company almost shut down, but I found this company that their software is just affordable. And I was...
How would finding another company's software and buying it help their company that's going bankrupt, Collins? But like, just explain, it doesn't even make sense. I do not have a business degree or anything close. Listen, all right, I did social services. That's what my education is in. All right, I did 2 years at St. Lawrence College in Kingston. I graduated in 2010. All right. I don't have a business degree, but even I know that makes no fucking sense for a business. Like, even if you had the software, which you don't, why would they go and buy your software? They're going into bankruptcy trying to sell their own products. So now you think they're going to want to come and buy yours? Like, just, like, why would they do that, Collins? Because Ash Mufara is over there? And that's literally what they think, though. Or I'm saying that as a joke right now because we poke fun at it, but I'm not joking when I tell you that they are actually so delusional in terms of their image of who Ash Mufara is. They don't understand that nobody outside of Onpassive sees him like they do. So in their minds, they're like, oh yeah, those companies will ditch their company just to be a part of something that he started. And it's like, okay, well, no, the public is not indoctrinated and manipulated wearing rose goggles looking at Onpassive because they're in love with Ash Mufara. You guys in it are the only ones doing that. Nobody else is, and nobody else will. Your customers are not going to see it that way. Right? They're not going to be like, oh, well, Ash made it, so it doesn't matter that it keeps crashing. And we keep having login issues. It's Ash Mufara that made it. No customer is going to ever say that. Not one. And it's like they actually do believe that. They're like, no, other companies, they'll be like, I'll go bankrupt just to sell Ash Mufara's stuff. It's like, no, that's not what anybody is going to be doing. They're saving humanity, yeah. Or it's like, well, we have this big movement that everyone's going to want to be a part of. Not just because it's Ash Mufara, and of course everybody in the world worships him, but also because we're saving humanity. And I'm like, yeah, so is everybody else. Like, let me just be real with you. Every MLM has a foundation or an organization. I would argue, actually, that all the other MLMs have done a lot more to save humanity than you have. But what do I know, I guess? Hi, sweet. Good to see you. It's like no company's going to be like, I'll just go bankrupt. I'll sell Onpassive AI. Colin still believes they own a data center. I swear he does. Like, and he still seems to think they have a tech team, and that's still driving me insane. Seriously, I'm like, he literally said to you, we do not have a tech team. And then they all went, oh my God, the hardworking tech team is so great. Just like gave up.
Able to save a lot again for me to build back. That's it. Companies, what? You know, I'm thinking a lot about what Mr. Anfra can do. What if there is a company that can even say thank you for using my product?
Massive.
What
Right.
if there is a company where you are using the product and they say thank you for using this product? And you can use again that thank you to pay for your.
So he says, I was watching a Get Rich Quick guru. Now I get to watch Get Broke Fast. A little bit of whiplash, maybe, though. Careful.
Other subscription. It can happen. What if there's a company that can give you something affordable? You know, you look at the rest, they are really expensive, and my God, this is something and it's seamless. Will you say no? Just being there, looking at it, growing.
Seamless is not a magic word anymore. It's not $19.99. It's like, this would have been a great pitch back when we had Windows 95. Like, it's almost like they think that these are magic words.
Using it, because if we don't appreciate it, comfort, there are people who will come in and appreciate this company. They never had the way.
That's wild too to me, Mr. Level, who says the data center thing is wild. The amount of money needed to have one is mind-boggling. And these people don't know, sadly, is that Ash had $108 million. If he was smart with that money, he could have built a data center, had it running for several months. Well, he then used the other money, as I'm sure you are very much aware of how to do this, into literally putting it back into the business to make the products good so that then they could sell these products using their data center. And if he had actually done all of that correctly, instead of just putting it in his pocket, you know, it would have worked out differently. That's what's even more wild to me. It's like, yeah, that's wild. And then when you think, and also he could have done it, he just didn't. Like why? Affordable? We don't even know. We have no clue what we don't even know what the company is called anymore. We don't know what the product is. And we definitely don't know what it costs. But they assure you that it will be affordable. Just, trust them, bro. Low frequencies. Annual operating costs for a large data center can range from 10 million to 25 million, according to Stream Data Centers. I believe that. That would be for a large data center, though. See, if they were just opening up a data center, and this is why I said, if he had just started off with a smaller scale company, instead of trying to expand to every single country right away and all the shit. Because usually, a company like this would start off small. Maybe just open in a few states. Do, a small data center. And then expand slowly and grow as they got more customers and etc. Companies have done it before. There are some companies that just run data centers. That's what they do. So, that it could have been done. It's just Ash is not the person. He doesn't have any of the connections. He has none of the knowledge to put it together. I don't either, but I'm not out here trying to convince 1.4 million people to give me money so that I can. He's not the one for the job at all. But I'm sure that you could probably get a decent business going, even just in the data center realm. Especially since it does cost so much, then you charge for that. Ash could have built a data center with old PS1s. To actually have AI performing, you need a lot of data centers, probably. To have their own AI, probably. Well, especially when you think about what they wanted their own AI to do. And then you think about the fact that they wanted the AI to have a part in 50 different products. And that's why it was okay, I don't think you have any of this, Ash, because what goes into doing this? He doesn't have any of the resources and never has. And it's not like he's spent the last 7 years trying to acquire them either. Instead, he yells at them and calls them names, his competition. They're mistaking Ash for Elon, pretty much. Pretty much, though. They think that Ash can do what Elon does. And the man can't even change a light bulb, It's no. Opal alone would have brought in billions, or ODit. If he actually had a proof of concept, he could have had a proof of concept and could have gotten legitimate. Well, see, and this is what I mean. We didn't even get to an actual business plan here. I literally think that he just had an idea. Ed did his slideshow on his idea. And then people just started joining. And then he was like, shit. I got a lot more supporters than I thought I would. I'm going to have to come up with a business idea for this. And then he had to think up everything. And there was no business plan, no proof of any concepts. There was no plan or nothing, And then he could have gotten legitimate investors. He could have even... just everything would have gone better. Having any kind of business plan here would have helped everything else, really. Everything else. Help with getting the products together, help with writing the policies and the procedures, and the affiliate agreements. Like that's like the first thing you have to do is like figure out the business plan and what you're, it's like, I just didn't do it. Mordecai says, to Ash's credit, I must say, did try to build a product. He just forgot he is clueless in that field. You know? Foodie could have used Oblast for her latest scam. I wonder how Oblast is going to go down now, eh? Like, is that what Ash is mad about? Because they raised money that didn't go through Oblast? So it's kind of like, well, then you have to invent it first, sir. I was rooting for Opal, hoping he would bring back To Catch a Predator. Yeah, that will probably go just as great as the TCAP community donating to Hanson to bring back To Catch a Predator. Ash is going to ask Chris for seed money for his new direction company. Probably. It'll be called Academy Seeds.
To get in, but they will appreciate it. And what they will do, because, you know, when you appreciate something, God bless you more.
And clueless in managerial skills, it seems. He's just clueless in everything to do with business and technology. And for some reason, the man went, do you know what would be a really good idea if I opened up a business and made a bunch of technology? And it was like, why would you do that? I like, all he was really good at is signing up people for MLMs, as we have pretty much seen on full display now.
God doesn't bless people who doesn't appreciate. But when you appreciate, even the little that you have will grow. But when you don't appreciate, even the much that you have will be taken. The little that you have will be taken and given to the person who has more. That's what the Bible said. I'm not here to preach, but I said, let us learn to appreciate in good times and in bad times. When things are going, we always say, thank you, God, because we know good days lies ahead. But what this company will do.
It's been the best of times. It's been the worst of times. Did we miss the best of times?
People will sweat.
Is that like the Burj Khalifa slide? Like, I don't know.
Cry. And those who will look at it afterward will say, my goodness, I wish
the Bible.
I found this company when it all started. But again, let us just hope and not hope for everything.
Yeah, well, in John 23 to 25, it says, he who promotes a pyramid scheme, we smite. See how easy it is to do that?
Ash Mufara is doing, he is putting all his eggs, because this is his dream. It is his dream. It is not my dream. It is Mr. Ash Mufara's dream. And the dream will come true. The mission and vision, which state he wants to uplift humanity. He wants to leave this world in a better place than he came into it. That will surely come to pass. But now it will be up to us, the beneficiaries. What are we going to do? What is your own?
Do you have any proof you're a beneficiary here? Do you have any proof at all that if Ash makes a whole bunch of money with this, that you're going to get a cent of it? Because there's no business plan, no business model, no structure. You don't know who your upline and downline are. You know, just things to mull over.
Own dream. Will you fulfill your dream in here? Are you going to uplift humanity? Are you following the vision and the mission of Ash Mufara? That question you only can answer, because I'm already answering my heart every day. I say, God, if you bless me more, humble me, help me to live to this. Let me not be greedy, because greed can take in. So I always pray for greed not to kick in. The more the blessing will come, God, humble me, make me to be submissive. That's my prayers every day, because I want to be grounded. I don't want to be something.
Collins Manna quoted the Bible, and I quoted Dickens, because then he said something about the worst times.
I wasn't. I want to be the person that know me.
Know me. So that was interesting to me. I had a good laugh at that. How can they look at Ash the same way after he cast out Marty like that? If anything, as we spoke about yesterday, they're going to look at him like he's even more amazing now. Unfortunately. Collins read the Neon Bible. If you know, you know. Maybe that's what the problem is. I just found that interesting because of the way that he spoke about the company and how they are going to have to build a community before they even tell you what the product is. And that makes me laugh. Along with the rest of it that we laughed about. It was just a good one. It's always interesting, as you guys know, for me to see what they think is important. And allegedly that was a very important clip that all of Onpassive has to, like, pay attention to. Dire need. All right, guys. So you have a choice. We have 2 Bill Must videos to get through. One's 5 minutes. The other one's 8 minutes. And we also have Chris Johnson's latest live stream from the other day. The one where Ash donated money to him. I believe it's the ONU 7 one. Who do you want to watch first? Mr. Lovell says Chris Johnson. Jelly says, woohoo! I'm assuming she wants to watch Chris. Louisiana says Chris. Alb says Chris. Well, it seems like Chris is winning. Chris. Bill Must is dumb. We can laugh at him at the end. Let's see Chris. Because Chris is more irritating than ever. It's true. Especially right now for some reason. So, I swore to God that this disappeared. But then Jelly was like, no, it's back up. Or it never disappeared at all, Queen, and you're just insane. And I was like, it's probably the latter one. But I tried to find the part where Ash was donating the money, and I couldn't find it. But I didn't sit down and watch it all over again. I was just like clicking through trying to find it. So I'm interested now to watch it with you guys and see if it's there. Does Bill Must have more songs about darky guys? Maybe. Chris is always the same loop. Bill can surprise us. I guess Chris then. Has Chris disowned Marty? Yes. Yep. Yeah, Chris has cut ties. They kind of cut ties before all of this happened by ending their shows together. So they parted ways. And Marty said, I'm going to be streaming with Dan Street and Mike Ellis, by the way, now. And then, like, I don't know, how many streams did they do? 3, maybe? I believe there was at least 2 of them where it was just Marty and Mike. And then they had one where it was the 3 of them. There might have been one more, but pretty much that was it. And then all of a sudden, Dan Street and Mike Ellis were all, we are no longer connected to Marty DeGarmo. And then we were like, what the fuck is going on? Dang, did he crop it out? Well, that's what we're going to find out. Because I also tried to see if I could see, like, the donations. And I couldn't really see them. So I was like, this is weird. I feel like if it was at the end when Ash gave him money. Me too. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. Chris is dumb as a bag of lead hammers, and he's somehow still a genius compared to Bill Must. I mean, yeah. It's true. Bill Must is coping. That's the only way that I can describe it. He's definitely coping. Listen, I know it's this one because of the shirt that he's wearing. Okay, and I have the screenshots of the donations. I almost went insane trying to figure this out.
Well, hey, or we, or us. What's happening to all you wonderful founders, early birds, whatever you call yourselves? I say I'm going to call you all exciting here. Let me do this first couple announcements. The OTech Pros tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Watch it. Going to be some really new stuff going on in there. I suggest you all watch it. And then Sunday, Heroes, 2 o'clock. Make sure you get that. I'm sure that link will be posted in all the groups, Minnow, all the Florida, I don't know, all the other groups we have out there. Wow.
So I remind you that this is his live stream right after the news came out that Marty was booted, and this is his update after that. I feel like he might be putting it on a little bit. Has someone flown to and filmed seeds? Are there really books? And no child labor? I mean, I hope it's legit, right? It's hard for us to tell because it's not like here where you have to document certain things and I can look at it publicly and blah, 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 or even in the US. And based on what we've seen of it, we're still wondering. It's still kind of up in the air. It's creepy, though. Seems even more egotistic now that Marty is out of the way. True.
Hold on, let me say this. Hi, Nellie. Hi, Arlene. Rude Pace. We love you. You know that. Actually, we love you all. And we care about every one of you. So today I'm late because I had lots of things to do today. Shane, Deb, still love the hat. I'm excited because, again, Ash just popped new 7 in the back office. If you haven't read it, go read it. It's got lots of information in it from the beginning to where we're at now. So as I'm reading through this message, lots of things, again, I could point out. Now, I know I'll say some things. Susie, Julie, Red, Norelli, Sherry Dursaway, all these people are going to be doing lives, and they're going to share what they think or their opinion, how excited they are. I'm going to say, go watch them. Go watch them. Like and subscribe to their channels. This channel and all those channels I just mentioned are free. No charge to come in.
Is he sober? I have no clue. Like I said, I feel like in this one, he's really trying to put on a show. And I don't know if it's because he's upset and he's trying to hide it, or if he's super duper excited, or if he's just putting it on because he doesn't want to, upset his audience with all the stuff going on with Marty and Robin right now. I'm not really sure. Maybe we'll figure it out all together by the end. That's kind of what I'm wondering now. I'm like, now that I've seen it all the way through, now I can sit here and watch it with you guys and go, okay, so now what's actually going on here? Did the whole Marty fiasco start about the same time Chris took a step back to take care of his personal? Yes. Because he fixed his personal situation pretty quickly. Exactly. Yeah. I feel like Chris might have known something was coming already. And same with Dan and Mike when they did their announcement. I'm kind of like, Ash had to have told them. Otherwise, I feel like they would have feared Ash being upset at them for posting what they did. That's what was kind of so like crazy about that, right? So like, yeah, I feel like they were all trying to distance themselves leading up to it for sure. You know? He seems manic, but maybe it is just an overcorrection to make up for the other stuff. That's what I'm wondering. Manic as usual. Oh no, not Narelle. As an Aussie from Western Australia, she's a total embarrassment. Couldn't believe it. Chris is the new Marty now. Pretty much. So they did Marty beyond dirty. Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Chris fooled me. I thought he was actually taking a step back. See, I thought he might have been too. I was hoping he would, but then part of me was like, this is like when a lolcow says they quit. You know, I was kind of like, I feel like he might take a few days, maybe a week if he's lucky. But there's no way that he's not going to be streaming about Onpassive. You know? Born in Melbourne. Yep. I know a lot of people from Australia.
Watch me get crazy excited and tell you what I think, because I absolutely love this message. I got all my hair cut off, Shane, so now my hat's going down a little bit. I have to grow a little bit of hair back. But anyway, those are big announcements. I want to say happy birthday, whoever's got a birthday today. Mm-hmm. We are praying for all of you. I'm trying to change the prayers every day people send them to me. Those are on my Facebook. Now,
see, why didn't he just do that like this before? Would have been so much better. He could have done it like this the whole damn time, instead of doing 40 minutes of listing off prayers and birthdays.
Reading, and I want to be fast and furious. Fast and furious. Today.
Oh, here we go.
I can't remember what time it was. Maybe, I don't know, 1 o'clock? 12:30, 1 o'clock. Ash dropped another O News 7. And this is what I got out of it. All right. I was riding my bike today trying to watch, listen. I actually fell because I had to stop because I thought I missed something and I tripped. I'm okay. I bounce. I'm like a bumble. And I start thinking, I'm riding through this neighborhood that I've known my whole life. And this is what I thought about. This famous saying. And this is what I got out of O News 7 today. If I knew then what I know now. I'll say it again because I know every one of you said this. If I only knew then what I know now. Okay? So I'm thinking about that. I'm driving my bike through the neighborhood, and I remember as a kid playing in all these woods that used to be surrounding us. We played everything, capture the flag, you name it. We were always outside in the woods playing something. And then I remembered when the for sale signs start going on these properties that we used to play in. And I think back then, which was a long time ago, they were asking like $10,000, $12,000 for these big pieces of property. And then I thought again to myself, if I only knew then what I know now, okay? Because all those properties were bought and sold for very cheap, and they built empires on these properties. I think you know where you're going with this. Say it again. If I only knew now if I knew now.
He just doesn't bounce on the stairs, I guess. But maybe that's what it is.
What I didn't know then. All right. I'm trying to tell you this. This is the place what I'm talking about. This is those properties I drove through. These are the things I saw as a child. This is for sale. This is for sale. And of course, when you're 10, 11, 12 years old, you're not thinking like that. I want you to think like that. This is the properties we're driving through together.
It's really like telling that he sees them as children. Like they treat everyone like nobody is thinking about their finances or their future or their children's future, their generational wealth. Nobody else is thinking about that. They need to come and tell you that you need to now start thinking about these things. Even though for the last 7 years they've been telling you to, they act like it's brand new now. Oh, you need to start thinking about when you can buy one of these nice houses in a nice neighborhood, when you make all that money from Ash. It's like they've been dreaming about it for 7 damn years. Like, what do you mean? It's like, of course you weren't thinking about that as a child. And most adults think of these things when they grow up, right? But Chris is like, nobody else is thinking of this stuff other than me. It's like, no, that's how everyone thinks. Typical MLM treating everyone like a baby. Yeah, I think it's a little bit, too, of how he looks down on other countries a bit as well, you know? He's like, oh, there are no fancy houses in other countries. They don't know that they can dream for that. It's like, okay. A winger is a complainer to the point of, give me the puke bucket. Right? A whiner? That's what we call them here.
We got this amazing vehicle that we get to drive through together. And notice how I said back then the prices, you know, $10,000, $12,000 for 5 acres. All right, back then.
Angel's like, if I knew then what I know now, I would have bought stock in Apple. But I was 2 years old. Right, damn it, lost opportunity. How dare you? How dare you not be rich today from Apple?
When I was a kid, that was a lot of money.
You know, they also talked about getting rich with apples. You mean if I had bought land near the suburbs 60 years ago, the land might be worth more? That's hard to believe.
I want you to think what you got into this company for maybe 2 years, 3 years, 7, 8 years, 9 years ago. I want you to think about that.
I guess it didn't work out for Marty, did it? You know? I'm just saying.
This is what I got out of 07 today. 07.
What'd you get?
I do know now. I am never going to look back again and said, wow, maybe I should have just jumped in that. It was a few dollars back in the day. I should have done it. This is what 07 is telling me. This is the place to be. He took us through a short journey in writing about all the O News 1 and all the way to 7. I loved it. He wants to remind people.
What? It wasn't a journey that you went on. One day, you're in a plane. Then you were in a car. You're on the Titanic. That's not a journey. Just random metaphors. Like I just
people where we came and where we're going. Some points I will touch on.
I hate the finger. This.
So where are we now? I'm going right to the end. I've lived through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now 7. I'm going right to the end. So where are we now? We're standing at a powerful crossroads.
Are we?
I'm talking about those properties that I was driving through as a kid. You're on those properties right now. Okay.
Okay.
No longer looking back in frustration, but looking forward with focus. See, back when I was a kid, I wasn't focused. I wasn't thinking about, in 30, 40 years, I could sell that property for $1 million. I didn't.
How would you have bought in the property, Chris? Hi, Chris. You can't buy property when you're a kid. So even if you wanted to and you had thought about it, you can't. You can't until you get credit, sir. So it's just so stupid to be like, guys, I should have bought a house when I was 10. I missed out on an opportunity, and now because of Ash Mufara's message, I'm putting this all together. It's so profound. Like, what? This is a senseless metaphor. It's a dumb metaphor. He was too busy playing the guitar.
Think like that. None of us did, but we all said it. If I knew then, then what I know now. Of course,
Oh my
I'm gonna screw
God.
that up because I'm crazy excited again.
Is that what you are?
All right. He then goes on. I like that he said, no longer looking back in
Sir, get your damn finger out of my face. Lord.
frustrations, but looking forward with focus. I said, you get my focus now?
No.
Where this company is going to take us, you need to start focusing on.
I don't know where we're going. Are we going to Timbuktu? Where nothing exists? Because, like, how am I supposed to do that? This is just like Collins and his whole, like, be ready, get your mindset together. Okay. How? What does being ready look like? What the fuck are you talking about?
What we're going to have, what we're going to see, all coming. All coming.
Is it?
But you're never going to have to say that saying again.
Okay.
Ever. This message, again, was brilliant. I absolutely love it. Shared the truth with transparency and courage. Love it. I think that's pretty self-explanatory.
Focus and get ready. It's too much.
This is the most important one for me. Let go of what no longer served us. Very, very important. But Ash,
You mean like Marty? Like Marty DeGarmo? No longer served you, Chris? You know, the people don't go under you. They go under Mike and Dan, so I don't know what you fucked your friend over for. You're still down lower in the pyramid than everyone else is.
Mufara talked about pruning, getting rid of the bad.
Yeah, was Marty part of the bad, Chris?
It's important. Never in my life have I seen a company that just is offering good.
Never before in your life have you seen a company offering good. What a statement to make. There are no companies ever that do anything good other than ashes, huh? It doesn't exist. Maybe that's what's wrong with our world today.
That's not part of what we do. That's not what we're looking at. Nah. All right? Mm-hmm. Strengthen our foundation. This is what Ash Mufara's been doing.
Well, what the fuck is your foundation? There isn't one. That's the problem. Remember how I talked about you didn't even have a business plan?
To say for the last month. For a long time, but the last month, he's looking into it. What is wrong with this? Oh my God. No. Reignite.
Why do you keep putting your finger up like that? Chris, do you think that somebody's going to interrupt you through the fucking screen? Like, you keep putting your finger up as if to say, hold on a second, I'm still talking. We don't need that when you're on the camera. It's just rude at this point. You don't know what that finger means in every country. I'd be careful, Mr. We signed up 295,000 countries.
Our passion, reconnect with our unified vision.
Right?
In other words, when this company was paused, people stopped dreaming again. You know what that says to me?
Now, I pause him when I'm speaking, you know, so that people can hear.
Dream bigger. You're here.
You're here.
You're never going to say that phrase ever again because you're not going to want to miss this. To all those people out there who don't believe or want to say bad things, go buy. Go sell soap somewhere. But to the positive people that want to change in their lives,
go sell soap somewhere. Go sell soap somewhere. I couldn't help but wonder if that was a dig towards the recovering Hunbot.
That want to change other people's lives, that want to change the world, welcome. Welcome to the world of Ash Mufara. I've said it a million times. All right, this company is going to offer everything you need, everything humanity needs.
That's a lot. That's I don't know if you realize what kind of promise you're making. You just told everyone that Ash Mufara would give them whatever they need. The company's going to give them whatever they need. Anything. Their wish is his command? Like he's the fucking genie? Like, that's a huge statement to make to apparently, according to them, over 1 million people, right? Does Ash know that you're promising all this stuff?
If I knew then what I know now, I don't ever want you to say that again because you're here. This is the now. This is the things that you looked at as a little kid. Wow. How many of you, when you were 15, 16 years old, said, man, how am I going to ever get a house? How am I going to ever afford that real nice car?
I thought you were saving humanity. But then whenever you guys talk about your life after Onpassive, it always involves big houses and fancy cars. Why is that? It's not, I can feed all of the homeless in my neighborhood. No, it's when you were 15 and you were going, oh man, how am I going to ever afford that fancy car? It's like, just because you didn't work at 15 doesn't mean that the rest of us were bums. A lot of us worked at the age of 15. Like, what are you talking about? But it's just interesting to me. That's what you go to, right? Oh, buy a nice house. Get your fancy car. That should save humanity, right, Chris?
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do. I understand it very well.
If you're not,
Hey, I'm just reading between the lines, like you say to do.
excited where this company is going,
Nowhere.
or where it came from.
The trash came from GDI Fusion. You know that.
I'm telling you right now, get excited. I never want to say that phrase ever again.
Please don't then. We would all be more than happy if you didn't come on here waving your finger around, hooting and hollering at us while telling us how excited you are every single day. Stop that. All you're trying to do is, again, hype these people up for nothing. Probably another 7-year wait.
Ever. This is.
Yeah, Lily, there's a lot that's gone on in this last week. So he doesn't really do the prayers anymore. He doesn't stream with Marty anymore. Marty and Robin have been booted out of the company. It's a lot. So he doesn't do his usual prayers in the intro anymore.
This is the company, I believe 100%, that is going to set us free.
Again, what does that mean? Financial freedom? Another illegal income claim. Now I got to start reporting yours.
Ash Mufara is breaking this down brilliantly.
Oh, yeah?
He's reminding you about a little things we did here. He's writing it. And then what does he say at the very end, which really killed me?
Don't worry, we won't interrupt you.
And I mean it in a good way. We will be turning the spotlight around and asking your response. Now you got this guy saying he wants to know what you think. How many of your bosses or CEOs that you know of I've ever asked you that. Think about that. He wants your feedback.
Well, first of all, they actually often ask for feedback in companies, Chris. Scentsy, a multi-level marketing company that kind of sells the soaps that you told everyone to go sell earlier, along with their warmers and wax and diffusers and oils and bath stuff and kids line and etc. All right, they're an MLM. They do it. So the fuck?
Feedback. He's asked us for our feedback for over 8 years.
First of all, this hasn't been around for 8 years. So again, they all ask for feedback. They'll have forms on the website. What products do you want? What scents do you want? Bring back the bar with Scentsy. Even in like a lot of the health and wellness ones, they'll ask people about their ailments because they're grimy. So they usually prey on people's health needs, right? And they'll take surveys on their distributors to find out what they're all, suffering from to come out with new products. I think it's crazy to be like, what CEO ever asks for your feedback? But it's also like, all the other CEOs are working, doing their actual jobs, which is something that Ash is not doing. Ash has a little more time on his hands than all the other CEOs, as you say. Who's messaging Chris like crazy? Are people from India yelling about refunds? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. He should stop his slurping. Maybe he's doing it on purpose. Maybe. Hey. Mr. Ash Mufara is the biggest cheater and scammer of the world. Unfortunately, there's bigger ones than him, but he's sure as hell is up there.
Give it to him. Be positive.
Be positive. Can't wait to do it.
He loves hearing new things. He wants to know what you think about News 1 all the way to 7.
Can't wait.
Ash Mufara, I'm standing up and clapping for you, man. All you people in here, if I can get my eyes focused. Samar Roy, Mr. Ash Mufara, what's happening? He's in there. He's in the chat.
Here it is. Here we go.
How many times did you say that, Ash Mufara? If I knew then what I know now. I think you always knew it, but you knew you had to take that action to actually get it done, and you did it, brother. We're not paying attention. We're not paying attention to any negative things anymore. It's forward.
Well, we did try to warn you. We've been sitting here for years telling you.
Full throttle, and that's a boat, by the way, or I can push with the leg. Ignore negativity. Know that
negativity to you is someone saying, okay, this thing's been going for 7 years. When does it launch?
You're in the right place where you're never going to have to say things like, oh my God, why didn't I do that? I want to hear 30, 40 years if I live that long.
Right? Never wears them. Never.
This is what your kids and your grandkids are going to say. I am so thankful that my mom and dad or my uncle or my brother and sister showed me this. Look at where I'm at today. Think about it. Mm-hmm. If I knew then what I know now, I said it right that time. I'll be darned. Well, I'm telling you right now, you all know. Ash has never quit. He's never gave up. Yep, people have quit and they've gave up. Have a great life. He wishes them good luck to whatever you're doing. But I'm thankful I'm here. I'm thankful you're all here. Listra T, what's happening? David Rosleski, John Barilla, my admins, my request.
Mr. Mufara is befooling poor people and continue playing with our emotions. He has nothing. Yeah, very aware. He doesn't have anything. Never has. From the beginning. Yep. And he will continue to play with your emotions. You should get a hold of your local authorities. Do a report. You want to try to do something about it, that's the best advice I can give you. I do know that the Dubai police are looking into him, as long as, you know, he hasn't told them it was all Kamal. But I'm sorry that happened. We tried to warn you. I have to wear bifocals now. Sucks, but I do. That does suck. Time for Ash kissing. Hello, King. Yep. Yep. Now, he should be donating the money in this area here. You know? Why doesn't he disclose everything clear before founders? Well, because if he said to you, what I really want to do is create a cult of personality so that I have thousands of people that worship me as a god every single day, so that I can have full control over them and all of their finances, and then they pay me money just to exist. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to lie and pretend that I'm going to invent some AI. Do you guys want to join? I think you would have not joined. If he said, I don't have any products, I don't have any tech team that knows how to make these products, I have no clue how to run this company, I don't even have a business plan, but hey, you should definitely pay me $97 to do this thing, you wouldn't have done it. Right? No one has ever been paid. Stop. No one was paid 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago. The only people that get paid are the people like Chris and Marty, who are getting paid under the table or getting large donations, which I'm hoping happens here. Chris has changed over the years. He's now become a boring, bullying buffoon, pretty much. Hey, Mr. Chris, how much money Ash paid to you for these types of sessions? All of you are paid YouTubers who speak in favor of Ash. Well, Chris isn't here, so he can't really answer your question. But, I do think that he's probably getting money. Marty has admitted to it. You know? Yep. It was my friend, the recovering Hunbot, that told you guys that happened. I love it when people come to tell me what happened, what's happening in Onpassive. I'm like, yep, no, I'm the one that's been over here outing it and speaking out about it for the last several years. We told you about that ages ago. Going on a year ago, almost, at this point. You know? So no one's ever been paid by Onpassive. No one's ever made commissions, not 1 cent. Those Indian O-founders who claimed that they were making all this money every month were lying. They were making it up just to trick people into joining. This thing has never launched. It's still in pre-launch. And the O-Connect wasn't in existence with a working merchant for enough people to buy in. And Ash says that only about 3% of people that bought O-Connect are going to be paid commissions, which actually goes right along with the statistics and failure rate of MLMs. You're lucky if 3% get paid commissions. That's quite high. I doubt it's even that much. I think he was trying to make it sound better. Because certainly not everyone got their payment for OConnect through. If you guys remember, there was like windows of time where you had to put your payment through. They'd be like, oh, well, it might be working between 6:25 and 6:28 p.m. tonight. So if you do it at that time, then you might be good. And you can buy the OConnect. Like, it was ridiculous. You know? It was nuts. It was nuts. This is like following a soap opera. You only really need to check in every month or two, and still you can follow the story because there isn't one. It's the story of the creation of a cult. Maybe to you there's no story. To me, this is an amazing case study in how a multi-level marketing company goes from being a multi-level marketing company into a cult of personality. That's how I watch it. Marty said he got a payout once, then he backtracked and said he wished he hadn't gotten his commissions because of what happened. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hasn't decided if he got them or not, right? You know? There is no more Onpassive, future of the internet Onpassive. There is no more Onpassive, as Ash has stated.
We know Nelly!
Nelly!
Guys, Chapter 8's coming.
It's coming.
Chapter 8's coming.
It's coming.
And a lot of you said to me the other day, well, Chris, how many, not chapter. Sorry, I did it again, Ash boy. Smack me around. Chris, how many old news are we going to have to listen to? And this is what I answer to these people. I think from now until eternity, we're always going to have an old news from 1 to infinity. And as we get going, I still believe he's going to be doing old newses, telling us what's coming up, telling us some new stuff that's coming out, giving us hints of what he's doing next.
Why hints? Jesus, just tell them what's going on. I hate this. We're transparent. Don't worry, guys. The back office will be giving you hints and clues. Yeah. They might even set up a maze for you to try to get through to figure it out. Maybe there'll be a scavenger hunt. Like, fuck.
So, yes, old news will continue.
Chapter 11, bankruptcy coming.
Old news will continue. It's a book written for you 2 times a week right now.
Worst book ever.
Save it. It's going to be an amazing ride, guys. It's going to be an amazing ride. Think when you were a kid, all the things that you looked at. I wish I had that. I wish I had that. I should have bought that. I should have invested that. Stop saying it. You're in the place where all this stuff is going to happen. Understand this. I'm it. What is it? I don't know. I went a little longer than I wanted to. I tried. The brother Ash is in the house. He's talking to you. Listen, you know what most CEOs are doing right now? They're sitting in their $1 million houses. They're drinking a margarita or a glass of wine, whatever. They're sitting somewhere warm and cozy. And they're thinking, I don't got to deal with these people. Ash Mufara is dealing with people on a daily basis. Helping. Showing him how much they care. He doesn't talk about it. He shows people.
How?
Don't ever forget what
because it's just like you and Marty behind the scenes.
This guy is doing for all of us. Again,
that's the only people he's helped. Yeah. He hasn't helped or done anything for anyone other than that. Mind you, he doesn't have to do much and they praise him, so. Ash is doing nothing since September 2024. Probably even before that. Believe me, Ash doesn't want to deal with any of these people either. But he's not a billionaire yet, so he has to, right?
Forever grateful for what him and his family has done, what they sacrificed. He's the guy that you're never going to have to say, if I knew then what I know now, because you know what's about to happen. You know what's coming. And if you don't, you better keep reading the notes.
Yeah, go reread all of the O news. It won't help you, but I guess it'll take your mind off of it for a moment. Chris is in Michigan. How in the world do you know what's going on in Florida? Exactly. He has no clue. And I've said it before. I don't feel like Chris had the same conversations that Marty had with Ash. Because whenever Chris talks about him like going to Ash about something, he'll be like, yeah, so I went to Ash and I said, hey, so what's going on? People are asking me a bunch of questions. And he said, oh, don't worry, Chris, it's coming soon. I'm working on everything behind the scenes. Like he just says to Chris what he says in the O News to everybody. And then Chris is like, oh, okay, yeah, no, he's working his ass off behind the scenes. Like, so I don't even think he has as much information. Which might be why Marty was booted. Marty might have known too much.
When I don't know, I'm going to tell you that I don't know. But when it happens, you're going to say, yeehaw! I love every one of you. God bless. I know it's a little lighter. You're never going to know when I come on until I post it out. People saying, Chris, do it earlier, do it later. I'm just going to do it when I feel it. And guess what? I felt it. Never look over your shoulder. Always do right.
Yeah, Marty saw the dark side of Onpassive, but then they're still groveling to go back. You know? He's like, I'll be okay if I'm let in at the bottom. It'll be okay. Chris could drive to Florida again and again, not see Ash, right? That's what caused his health to go crazy. I don't think it helped, especially now that him and Robin have come out and said that they were going through all this turmoil since the beginning of June or something. But that tells me that they've probably had issues this whole year. I feel like Marty might have felt something coming for a lot longer. Chris, what a jerk thing to say that you will only do it when you feel like it. Never doing it so people can actually watch at good times. Mm-hmm. Exactly. If you don't know what is going on, just read between the lines. Right?
Tell the truth. That's what this company is all about. I love.
Tell the truth. That is what this company is all about. I love you, he says.
Love you all. God bless. And you have a wonderful evening. And
you have a wonderful evening. We're at the end of this thing, guys.
I'll see you on the next pop-up. Have a great weekend, folks. Don't forget OTech boys, brothers, pros.
Lord.
Say,
I think he's broing out. That has to be what broing out is.
Saturday, 12 o'clock. Saturday, 12 o'clock. Brother Ash, stop. Thank you.
Oh, there it is.
And I'm going to tell you this again. Everything that I get to the YouTube, whether it's a super sticker or what YouTube pays, goes to help somebody out. All right? You don't have to give them to me. I would prefer you just go give it to someone else, a charity, whatever. But that's where mine goes.
So I just got $50 donation, right? From Ash. In the live stream that he's doing after Marty and Robin get kicked out because they were getting donations. And I mean, I guess you can make an argument that it's a little bit different when Ash comes in and gives you donations. than it is, you know, if somebody else donates to you within Onpassive. Fair. But this is the screenshots here of the donations that we caught when they happened. As you can see, there's 2 from Ash. So the first half of the screen here is one $50 donation from Mr. Ash Mufara. That's the first one. And then you'll notice in this second half here on the right, there's 3 donations there. So somebody also donated to Chris in between, but I didn't catch that. And then Ash donated another $50. Another $50. And that's how close together they were. Is that they were, you know, still up on the screen with the other donation. Because Alp says he gets 2 of them pretty close together. And they were in this last little bit of the stream here. Both of them. So I just found that to be a big slap in the face. A big slap in the face. I don't understand it. Because, like, literally, like, how come Chris is allowed to get donations and he's not ill? But when Marty and Robin are ill, then, and also it doesn't make sense him saying, all the donations I get, I give to somebody else. Who? Who? When? Where? Sending it all to Seeds Academy? Like, I don't believe that. What's the difference between him getting super chats and like Marty and Robin getting super chats, donations? Other than they were ill and wanted it for expenses while they're ill. And Marty's just getting it for live streaming about Onpassive. Or Chris, sorry, is just getting it over live streaming about Onpassive. I don't understand, you know? Yep, there it is. Ash is in the chat, but not appearing in person with Chris here, coward. No, he would never appear in person with Chris. They did meet once at the Boston event, I thought, before. Okay, Chris, but what are your disclosures? You should be publishing disclosures of the charitable organizations you are giving them to and showing us that it's the full amount you are giving. Chris doesn't even have his stream set up as a fundraiser, which would be one surefire way to show he's giving to charity. Exactly. And I don't trust it. Somebody's like, yeah, just I'm giving it to a charity, just donate it to me in super chats. That's a lot less trustworthy than doing the thing on YouTube with the fundraiser. So when you do the fundraiser on YouTube, YouTube actually takes over sending the donations. You know? So if you're donating to someone that's doing a YouTube fundraiser, the only shitty thing is I think YouTube might still take 30% of it. But at least you know that that money isn't going to be going in the streamer's pocket. It will actually, the rest of it will be going to the charity. But like, he's never even told us this before. But he claims he helps people, but we've never had anyone be like, Chris Johnson paid my mortgage this month. I had a water bill. And Chris, and you know damn well that if Chris paid for a water bill for someone or a mortgage for someone, he would have them go around and tell everyone to use it for how great of a person he is, like he does with Seeds Academy. He probably would have recorded himself, like paying the bill, dropping it in the mail for the person or something, and put it on YouTube, right? So it's like, I don't believe that he's done anything for anyone in this thing. Other than do these webinars, which people claim that listening to him helps them. Gives me a headache, but hey, I guess you do you, boo-boo. You know, but I'm like, what's the difference? There is no difference. To me, there really isn't. Wouldn't Chris have to pay taxes on the donations here? Well, YouTube usually also takes that out of it. So possibly. But then he would also get to claim it if it was going directly to a fundraiser. You should also be able to claim donations on your taxes. So I don't know. It was a lot more fun when Marty and Chris presented together. I enjoyed watching two people play bullshit ping pong, right? Right? We'll never have that again now. Now that Marty has been booted out of Onpassive, we'll never get that again. Yes, he would. If he made at least $600 in a year, YouTube might have to report it. Not sure about current regs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that all works because I'm in Canada and it's like way different when I'm doing it internationally with them. Chris can't claim donations because Seeds isn't a 501c3. I've been looking at bills all day long, so I fucked up. 501c3 registered with the IRS. Well, there you go. There you go. You know, I was working on trying to get the Competition Act, Section 51. Or 55.1, I think it is. Yeah, 55.1, the Competition Act. To say that MLM should be illegal. Like I've been talking about for months. There's a big tariff on it. But yeah, here's the donations. This is when they were said. And I just don't understand what the difference is. I don't understand. But yes, it is an income. See, I feel like maybe if you did the fundraising thing, then there would be some way to opt out of that. Maybe, but I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know. I haven't done a fundraiser thing. You know? So, I don't know how that works.
Get that either. All right, stop. I'm going. I love you all. Here with a super sticker. God bless you all. Hey, Seeds
See, so there's the other person's super sticker.
Academy, I got some things coming your way. I love you all. And to all you people out there that want better, welcome to the world of Ash Mufara. God bless. See you all later. Go read it. Ash Mufara, stop. All right.
There's the second one. So there we go. So it was donation from Ash. You got a super sticker from someone. And you just got the second one.
Going. Bye, everybody. I love you. You see me doing this? I don't have to. I know the truth. God bless you all.
That was a dig at Marty. You didn't catch it. He's saying, do you see me looking over my shoulder? No, because I don't have to, because I know the truth. That's how he chose to end that.
All later. Go read it. Ash Mufara, stop. All right, I'm going. Bye, everybody. I love you. You see me doing this? I don't have to. I know the truth. God bless you all.
He's so proud. Look at how proud he is of himself. He's like, ha ha ha, got him. I got him. Imagine. They were apparently close friends. for longer than the 7 years. So imagine. I wouldn't touch the world of Ash Mufara with a barge pole. Did Marty put a hit out on Chris? Maybe. What a dick thing to say to his brother. I bet Ash is donating to rub it into. I feel like that is what was going on here. And like the whole thing was just a very bizarre display. And like I said the other day, it was very weird. In real time, it was even more weird, by the way, because like everything had just happened and we were still kind of trying to piece together, like, oh my God, Marty just got booted out. What the hell is going on, you know? Hadn't heard from Chris yet. And then this is what he gives us. And we're like, what is this? Smug. He's smug. I feel it. I feel like he is. Hello, Rama Krishna. So was it Chris that got jealous of Marty and Robin getting donations and he did them in, I wonder? That's what Robin implied. Robin did heavily imply that and said that she didn't understand because it was actually Chris and Minu that set up for her to get the donations. And so because they basically wanted to, with Marty, set up for her to get donations, she allegedly said, no, don't give them to me. Probably because she knew she was in Canada and maybe just needed some help with some bills, which she could have gone on, like, you know, assistance or something for. It's not the greatest thing to do, but you do what you have to do to get by in that time, you know? And so she said, no, don't do it, but they did it anyway for her. And then they alluded that it seemed like Chris had something to do with them being canned. And she kind of threw out I think that it was a setup. A conspiracy, remember? And so that's the impression that I got. Which is kind of funny because, like I said, Chris doesn't get anything out of this. Chris is on a completely different team than Marty. All of Marty's people, if this was actually working like an MLM does, they would then all go under Dan and Mike. Unless he's been promised something. Who knows? He can finally start showing his true colors, right? It's very Mean Girls. It is. And that's the thing, is that MLMs are actually very much like this. This is not an uncommon thing at all. MLM Huns will steal each other's teams. It's crazy. Everyone is a transactional family member, as they say. Hello there. A hit on Chris. Wonder how much Marty could afford. Not much. He owes on his mortgage. It'll be a drive-by spitballing. Onpassive and IMO founders. Hello. I'm doing good. Thank you. I hope you are too. Maybe what Chris gets is praise from Ash for weeding out the disloyals. Well, that's what I'm wondering. I'm like, I feel like they would have all been offered maybe something to cut out Marty. Obviously, they were told before it happened. I can't believe that they didn't know when they did their post about Marty, Dan, and Mike. And I can't believe that Chris didn't know when he was like, I'm going to go take a break. I feel like he did know. And that's why he did that. So that was Chris and his dono stream that I promised to bring to you guys. Are you fine and broke right now from Onpassive? Probably. Probably. There have been some funny Bill Must videos. Some really good, funny Bill Must videos. So we have this one called Founders and Affiliates. Are you on the Wii? The Wii team or the I team? Are you on the Wii team or the I team? Remember, Chris said so much Wii, I'm going to pee myself, you know? That's unfortunate because Onpassive is no more, Ash said. Rest in peace to Onpassive. But it's a very interesting watch, you could say. Are you on the Wii team or the I team? It has to be very, very... These videos always seem like a response to something that we're doing. And I can't help but think that Chris Johnson heavily influences, and Marty used to heavily influence a lot of the Bill Must, John White videos. Because, like, they would get mad about something in a live stream at us. And then literally, like, an hour after that, Bill Must would, like, upload even a song that would basically be backing them up. Like, it was just, it's been a bizarre experience. Okay? An actual bizarre experience. But, you know. How can you be happy with Onpassive since it does not exist? They don't know. So Bill is likely truly talented. No, he's using the same stuff that Marty uses. Like, Marty basically learned how to make those AI videos from Bill Must. These are all AI videos. I don't think he's that talented. Hello, Daniels. You're on the Wii team. I'm on the them team. Not much, but I know faster get money from Onpassive. Onpassive isn't about money. It's about saving humanity with Ash Mufara. So, I mean, that could take several thousand years. So I hope that you're really in this for your generational wealth. You know? Let's hear what John White and Bill Must had to say about being on the Wii team or the I team.
In today's rapidly evolving business landscape, the distinction between collective, we, and individualistic you, I approaches has profound implications for startups and organizations. Founders and affiliates often face a critical question. Are you on the we team or the I team?
So remember I mentioned that it was very strange, the language that Ash Mufara was using with the we thing, and we memed Marty and Susie and their whole we thing that they, Susie thought they were so funny for Chris's thing. Sorry, we keep getting them mixed up now. But they they went on and on and on about the Wii team and how Ash had used we instead of I. And I was like, yeah, that's done on purpose to make you feel like you're a part of it more than you actually are, because you really have no say if you're an O founder and Onpassive in anything. You heard Chris. This is the first time Ash is asking anyone for their feedback, apparently. It's not, by the way, but according to him it is. So I couldn't help but be like, we needed a whole video on this topic. John White and Bill Must. If I hadn't said anything about that at all and tried to point out how culty it is, would this video exist? You know, I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder it. Or at least without Chris Johnson's heavy influence, since he was the one that was all like, we enough, I have to go to the bathroom, you know? Obviously, these things have to be connected.
This describes the we team. Embracing collaboration, the action of working with someone to produce or create something. The Wii Team embodies a spirit of collaboration and shared purpose. Founders and affiliates who align with this master mindset recognize that success is not solely an individual achievement but a collective effort. Here are some key characteristics of the Wii Team. 1. Shared vision and goals. Members of the Wii Team operate under a unified vision. They understand that everyone plays a role in achieving the organization's objectives, fostering a sense of belonging and purpose.
Yeah. Except, what are you all doing together to get these tech products made? Are the O founders your new tech team? Because otherwise that makes no sense here right now. They're not selling anything.
2. Collaboration over competition. Instead of vying for individual recognition, team members lift each other up. Collaboration becomes the driving force, where ideas are freely shared, and collective problem solving leads to innovative solutions.
Yeah, see, that would be true if you weren't all actually competing with each other. In an MLM business model, and especially if an area deals with oversaturation of that MLM, as I'm sure many do right now with Onpassive, you're all in competition with each other. So any working like a team is just manipulation. I haven't collected any money yet, but I'll do it soon with the lights Onpassive. Unfortunately, you won't. They're still being sued by the SEC. The Dubai police is trying to shut them down. They're going through a rough time right now. You know, Ash spent the $108 million he stole. It's very sad.
3. Open communication.
Open.
Effective communication is a hallmark of the Wii Team. Feedback loops allow for constructive ideas, encouraging team members to voice their thoughts, share experiences, and learn from one another.
Yeah, just don't ask any questions during the webinar. Right?
4. Empowerment and trust. The Wii Team thrives on mutual trust and empowerment. Each member feels valued and entrusted with responsibility.
You're all disposable. If Marty DeGarmo was Ash Mufara's best friend and he just kicked him out like trash, right? Then that means you can get kicked out. I bet you matter to Ash less than Marty did. Starting a new company means more money, more income. No, he said Ash has no money. He doesn't have money to start a new company. You can't start a new company. You can't hire anybody. You owe people for the work that they did for your Onpassive still. And you can't pay them. You're going to have to claim bankruptcy if this keeps going. Yes, and a lot of it.
Which boosts morale and fosters a culture of accountability.
Accountability, you say. Where's Ash's accountability?
5. Community building. Founders
In cult building.
and affiliates on the Wii Team often focus on creating a strong community around their brand. They prioritize building relationships with customers, clients, understanding that loyalty stems from connection. The I Team. Individualism and competition. In contrast, the I Team represents a more individualistic approach. Members of this team prioritize personal achievements over collective success. Here are some defining traits.
Here are some defining traits. Right? But he will be asking for money, fairly sure of that. Yeah, probably. But it'll just happen like this again. I trust Ash Mufara and will continue to do so. That's fine. Just ask yourself why. Why do you trust Ash Mufara? Because he hasn't been running this scam for 7 years. It's more like 10, 15 years.
1. Self-centric goals. Individuals on the I-Team may focus primarily on personal milestones, seeking to elevate their profiles and careers without a strong emphasis on how those goals
We don't even have those here. See, that's what I mean, though. Like, there's no business model. They're unable to do anything for their business. So how can they even focus on, like, you can't even reach a rank here. At least with other MLM companies that already have their product being sold and have their business model and all of that, right? At least, like, you can kind of set goals. I mean, they're not the greatest goals. It won't make you lots of money. You'll always be in the red. But at least those distributors can go, okay, right now I'm diamond. And this time next month, I want to be double diamond. You know, you can't even do that here. Like, you don't have the ability. You know what I mean? So, I don't know how anyone's supposed to do this. We don't know what getting ready is. So, hello, Rue. Good to see you. Because he's very kind person and very, very humble person. Yes. Humble people usually do pocket $108 million and leave their employees starving and wondering how they're going to get back to their country from Dubai because their visa has now run out. That is what all humble people do. Thank you, Rue, for 10 Queen of Karma memberships. If you got one of the 10 memberships for the channel, make sure that you thank Rue. Go, Rue.
impact the broader organizational mission. Have you met those who the most important person in their lives are them? 2. Competition as a driving force. The I-Team thrives on competition, often leading to a high-pressure environment. While competition can foster innovation, it may also create the mindset in which
Sir, you keep saying she. Because she's a very kind person and very, very humble person. And she said she will get money. Ash isn't a she. It's not Ashley. It's Ash Rath. It's a male. Do you know what we're talking about?
teams or departments operate independently and do not collaborate or share information with one another. That mindset inhibits collaboration. 3. Limited communication. Communication may be more guarded, with individuals less likely to share ideas or seek input from others.
What if the only communication is from a back office known as O News? You know? I'm just saying.
This can result in missed opportunities for collaboration and growth. 4. Hierarchical, arranged according to people's or things' level of importance, or relating to such a system, structure.
Oh, yeah? You mean like how Chris and Marty were positioned at the top of this thing? There definitely is an Onpassive hierarchy here. You can't say there isn't. You had a leadership council. Like, obviously they were at the top, you know? Just say it's weird.
The I-Team may exhibit more hierarchical, top-down structures. Decision-making can become concentrated in the hands of a few, potentially stifling creative ideas from other team members.
Also, stifling other team members from being able to get, you know, the same amount of attention, donations, etc., right? That would be a shame. Ashley Mufara, did Ash have a sex change to escape the SEC and other agencies? That's new to me, right? Who is she? That's what I keep wondering. Maybe she transitioned, right? It's like if you're in some Onpassive scam and the Ash, then that scam is a woman, you might might be getting scammed by somebody else. She said fraud with him from mind process time get to mind. She give all founders money. First of all, I don't know who she is. I'm assuming you mean Ash, who's a male. I'm hoping that that's just an issue due to translations. But I don't understand what you're talking about. Kamal can't do fraud with your money. Muhammad Kamal can't do fraud with your money. There's no way for him to access the money. There's no way for him to access all of the money because the money has been frozen. Your money has been frozen by the bank. And all of the money was frozen in the bank. This is the freezing order dated October 27th, 2023 to Muhammad Kamal Anwar Muhammad, that's his full name, Onpassive Technologies, LLC, manager and owner at the Burj Khalifa, okay, has received a freezing order dated for the 24th of October. So it was frozen the 24th of October, 2023. And that was issued by the Financial Investigations Unit of the Central Bank of the UAE. You might know them as the FLU. It immediately froze the accounts, all three accounts. Okay. And then they had to cease all proposed or ongoing legal claims against a certain party in connection with any agreements entered into between the parties. So, Muhammad Kamal didn't steal your money. And I want to know how he would have been able to do money laundering and fraud in the Onpassive bank account and why Ash would have had all of the money for your OConnect go into a bank account that Ash Mufara had no connection to. Okay? This money is frozen for an ongoing investigation. Right now, the money is considered evidence in a criminal investigation out of Dubai. You will be lucky if you see 1 cent of this money ever again, because Dubai is also corrupt. I don't know if you know this or not, but their police force takes payments quite often. All right? They like to turn their backs and pretend they don't see child trafficking and all kinds of crimes. So I bet you if they just got to freeze all this money, you know, if the bank ever released it to them, it'd be gone. You'd never see it again. When something becomes, see, what you're not understanding is that this money was gotten under ill gains. Okay? So if this money got released, all right, and then Ash Mufara was like, oh, that was my money that they were money laundering, Ash gets arrested in the USA. Because they're going to be like, well, how is this guy laundering your money for your company that is also a scam? Okay? It can't be fake. I'm showing it to you on the screen. I'm literally showing it to you on the screen. You can read it. This is a screenshot of the letter that was sent to Mohammed Kamal. Okay? The money was coming in from all over the world, so it looks like money laundering, and they were buying no product, and they were supposed to be getting 100% commission in return right away. But apparently there was some other stuff going on with that as well. And that's what Ash is trying to claim as well. And then he's trying to say that Mohammed Kamal stole the money, and I'm saying kind of hard to do that when the bank has it all. Yeah, he would. He had no problem being a part of Pay Diamond, which was a pyramid scheme that was shut down, or Telex Free, which was a pyramid scheme that was shut down, or running his own pyramid scheme that was shut down, which was called Ash Max. You know? You know? So, yeah. You can't read? But then you're choosing to be ignorant. Right? Because when the evidence is presented to you like this, and it's coming from the bank, the UAE bank, like the bank of all banks in the UAE. Right? The bank that runs all the other banks, basically, has said, these people have committed money laundering and fraud. We're freezing their assets. And you're like, that doesn't prove anything. You know? Right? The only proof is Ash Mufara in a voice note and video. What? You think he's going to do like a hostage video and be like, we've stolen $158 million from all of you? Fuck you guys? No. What proof in video audio? He already said he doesn't have a tech team. He doesn't have any products. He doesn't have any employees. And then you guys keep praising his tech team. But I don't know what more proof we can really give to you. That's the thing about this. You know, it's just like, I've shown proof numerous times that he pocketed $108 million. He just stole it and said, no, I deserve this money. It's mine. I worked really hard. And then you guys are like, no, he's going to save humanity. It's not about the money. You know? No, I'm not saying it. The Dubai police are. And the UAE bank are. I'm agreeing with them because, you know, when it comes to money laundering and fraud, I feel like the police and the banks, they do know more than I do. And especially if the Dubai police call something a fraud, I tend to believe them. Like I said, they literally don't go after people, you know? I don't have a video of what? You want me to have a video of the UAE bank shutting down, freezing the accounts? Like, what do you want a video of? You've already seen videos of him lying about having products that he never had, right? So it's like, I don't know what more proof you can get. But when you're waiting in another 7 years, you know, just remember we had this conversation. You can show the videos from Onpassive Reviews where Ash was berating his Hyderabad employees. You mean the one that I sent him? But that's what I mean. We've already done all that. right? You know, we even showed him saying that they didn't save the data. And these people were still like, no, Ash says, honestly, that he's doing this. We're migrating to a new house. It was like, okay, he literally just said that they don't have the data anymore. I don't think you're migrating anywhere, right? It's not about money anymore. You keep bringing up money. You're not allowed to talk about money anymore. You're going to get booted out. Ash is going to kick you out like he did Marty. Keep talking about money. They don't like that anymore. You're not about money. All right? You're supposed to be happy in your 1-bedroom apartment on a cot. And be happy with what you got. And be all about saving humanity. How dare you disgrace? How dare you disgrace Onpassive like this? And Founders is all in capital letters. We go Tanya on you. You know? Hey, Takara. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good night. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work out between us. Well, I don't know. Now this gentleman is just repeating himself. And that's how it goes, you know? When you get money, you'll send me pictures. I don't want pictures. I want a video recording and an audio. And I want proof of Ash Mufara putting the money in your bank account, like on video with the audio of it. That it will be the only way that I will accept any proof that you got sent money from Onpassive. Not only that, but I'm also going to need you to record the transaction as it takes place on your computer. Like, I need to watch it go from his bank account into your bank account. So it needs to start off with a video of Ash Mufara going into the bank with all this money. All right, him giving it to the teller. Then I need you to somehow talk them into letting you record their screen or letting him record the screen while they transfer the money to you. And then I need you in a video going into your bank and showing me that the numbers, that transaction, that it's the same one, and then pulling out the money from your bank account. And that will be the only way that I will accept any proof from now on that Ash Mufara has paid any of you money. You know, that works two ways. Well, like I said, you're going to have to get Ash to also record himself going into the bank. And also, he'll have to record the bank tellers. And, you know, he's already in trouble by the bank for fraud. You know, because the SEC is after him and is shutting him down. So I don't know if the bank will let him go behind the counter there and record, but maybe she can do it for him. You know? You know? So you can find me here. I got my links. You know? But that's the only way I'll accept the proof. I'm going to need all of that in order to believe it.
5. Focus on personal branding. Affiliates and founders on the I-Team may prioritize their personal brand, often navigating their roles with an eye towards recognition and accolades, even at the expense of team cohesion. Finding the balance.
And you bring up things at the expense of that.
While the Wii Team and the I-Team represent two distinct approaches, most successful founders and affiliates realize the importance of striking a balance. Here are a few strategies to navigate this dynamic. 1. Encourage collaboration while fostering individual growth. Create opportunities for team collaboration while also recognizing and rewarding individual achievements. 2. Build a culture.
Team. What team? Why are you laughing? This scam is actually pretty funny. It can be. You know, I understand that it's hurt a lot of people, and that's why we have to keep laughing, you know. Because when you talk about scams and cults and what they do to people every day for 6 years, if you didn't laugh at all and make jokes and try to make light out of it sometimes, you would be fucking suicidal. Because every day I get messages of people telling me about how these things have completely destroyed them or actually caused a family member or friend of theirs to commit suicide, or how they haven't talked to a family member of theirs in several years because they got out of the cult, but unfortunately their parents and their siblings are still in it. You know, and you know, it's important to speak out about these things. But you got to have a real thick skin to do it. And you got to be able to know how to take things like that and respect it, but also make it digestible content. You know? So that people can watch your videos, and at the end of every one, they don't want to go jump off a bridge in San Francisco. You know what I mean? That's why. And it's funny when somebody says, oh, I want to see the truth and I want to see proof. And then we provide that proof. And then you go, oh, well, I can't read that because it didn't come from an audio video recording of Ash Mufara himself. And if you didn't understand what I was doing, when I said that I won't believe that you got money unless you record all that, then I think you might be the one who's mental. You seem to be a little upset, and I don't blame you. Finding out that you just dedicated years of your life to something that is never going to give you what they promised is very upsetting. But I urge you, instead of getting upset at me for telling you the truth about it, I urge you to maybe be upset at the man that lied to you for the last 7 years. You know, you're taking out your anger on the wrong person here. You know, as the mother of an 11-year-old, how do you want me to react? I feel like I'm talking to my daughter and we're arguing about whether or not she should go on her tablet for an extra hour. Like, it's like, that's what I feel. I might as well just go bang my head against a wall. It is funny because it's not real. Exactly. You know? That's it. Real, it's real. You can't see the reality because you are downloading a no passive. I don't even know what that means. I'm downloading a no passive. I prefer to see the truth than the delusion, you know? I don't see the point in believing in something that's not real. That's just false hope to me. If it helps, I also don't believe in God or ghosts or magic or Santa, you know? I hope that helps. Imagine listening to Chris and then Queen and saying Queen is mental. It's pretty sad. Especially that one of Chris. That one of Chris is like crazy. Crazy. You can't report my channel on YouTube, especially if you're going to be in a business with products that you want to sell. You actually, by law, have to give the public the right to review them. Every country has a law that says that as a consumer, you have the right to review products and these business opportunities. You know, I'm not breaking the law. You guys are. You're committing money laundering and fraud and lying to people and running a scam. I'm just saying, excuse me, us consumers, the public, the people you're trying to prey on, we don't appreciate that. Don't do that. Don't try to scam us. Stop that right now. Which YouTube actually very much supports people that do that. It's kind of what YouTube was built on. Are you going to report us to the Onpassive police? Yeah, you don't call the cops on Ash Mufara for stealing $108 million in your country, but you want to call YouTube police on me. Don't worry, I've had many people try to take down my channel. I've had a whole group of people that have dedicated over 5 years of their life to trying to stop me from doing this. It never works, by the way. Never works.
Of inclusivity. Ensure that everyone feels comfortable sharing their ideas and insights, regardless of their role or title. This can empower team members to think critically and creatively. 3. Look beyond immediate goals. Encourage team members to consider how their efforts fit.
The immediate goals, what's that? Going to the webinar at 2 p.m. that afternoon? Like what? But what I mean, like we what goals are we going to have here?
Into the larger mission of the organization. This can help transition from an I perspective to a more collective approach. 4. Emphasize the importance of team dynamics. Regularly highlight the successes of the team as a whole, promoting the idea that individual successes are often built upon the contributions of others. Conclusion. Ultimately, the choice between the Wii Team and the I-Team informs not only the culture of a startup or organization but also its potential for long-term success. In a world that increasingly values collaboration and interconnectedness, embracing a Wii Team mindset may prove to be a pivotal decision for founders and their affiliates. Whether you identify more with the Wii Team or the I-Team, finding a way.
Yeah, hi. We haven't met before, you and I. Onpassive and IMO founders. Yeah, my name is Queen of Karma. I've been watching scam catchers on this platform to the point where I'll know if you're saying very rude things to me in your language. I can even respond to you in your language sometimes because I watch a lot of Kit Boga, Jim Browning, Pierogi. There's a lot of swearing and insults that go on in these streams, when people that my community appreciates goes and hacks a scammer's computer and then deletes all of his files, So if you watch them for almost a decade, you tend to learn a lot about the language. And we will not be doing that here. You can yell at me all you want about Onpassive and how great you think Ash is. You can call me a liar. You can do all that. But when you start actually taking it to where you just took it, that's when I have to say, excuse me, that is not okay. All right? Because you should be a grown adult. I should be dealing with grown adults on this platform. I doubt that people that are teenagers are watching me. And I have decided that I won't be dealing with any more immature, non-grown adult shit. Not for even one more second. So you can be in my chat and you'll return. I just timed you out for a moment. If you're going to be rude to me, but respectfully rude. Okay? But you are not going to make degrading, sexual, or otherwise type comments towards me. That won't be happening. That goes for everyone on here. I have my boundaries and the things that I put up with and don't put up with. They have never been respected. But right now, starting today, everyone's going to learn that they got to respect my boundaries too. And that for me has always been a boundary. Like I said, you can be like, you're a liar. You can call me names even. Call me a bitch. Tell me that I fuck my sister even. I know that that's an insult where you're from. That's what I mean, all right? I understand your insults. And I'll let you get away with some of them. That's what I'm saying. I'm like the least policing person in my entire community. I police people the least amount. But then there's certain things that you just don't say to a lady publicly if you're a grown adult. And definitely if you're a gentleman. Some people need to learn some manners.
The blend these approaches in creative writing.
I mean, I'm teaching them to my daughter all the time. I'll just add you in.
Environment that leverages both collective strength and individual brilliance. John White and Bill Must. The Wii Team.
Ooh, I like that. That was a good one. I like that. We is fine as long as it agrees with E, right? Exactly. Exactly. Alrighty. No, I wasn't actually pissed. I was pretty calm. But there's just some things where I'm like, if other people are here and they know what these things mean, they're not going to appreciate that either. That is the most AI text I have seen in a while. They are doing all of the closed captionings now, which is actually, it's kind of annoying. I don't know if I like it because I end up reading it more than I listen to it. I'm one of those people. I don't like subtitles because I'll read it instead. All right, there's one more I want to get through. And it's kind of funny. And again, with what's been going on, I can't help but be like, this is an interesting choice. This one is called, I almost got through it. Founders, are we trustworthy? So even they're questioning it. Even they're questioning it. Okay? Alrighty? Even they're questioning it. I looked that up. Yes, yeah. We're not, like I said, there are some things I will like I said, there are some insults in that area that are, I guess, what would be considered sexual here, but then there's other ones that just go too far. So, are we trustworthy? And I'm like, are you guys trustworthy? Because we're not convinced that you're real people. Like, there's some people that still think that Bill Must is an AI bot. So probably not. We know John White's real. We also now know Bill Must is real because if you missed it, he actually did show up on a stream recently, and we did see him in the flesh. But for the longest time, people were like, this Bill Must person is not real. But are they trustworthy? Onpassive as a whole, I'm guessing they mean Ash Mufara, but they're saying founders. Are we trustworthy? And that's where I get a little confused. Because I'm like, you're asking the founders, are we trustworthy? So you mean like, are you including them in this we too? Are they a part of the we so much you got to go to the bathroom? Like, so let's all find out together. Music, Lord. I'm already annoyed.
The trustworthiness of Mr. Ash Mufara, his family, his technology team, and his new company is paramount. Many who have been online for decades have encountered various companies offering opportunities to make money. The users who were attracted to these offerings trusted the company owners. These owners, along with some who didn't own companies but had programs, crafted designations that encouraged people to dream. They hired individuals who looked very successful, with yachts, expensive cars, and beautiful homes. That was the bait.
All right, what happened? It's messing up on me now.
These companies, which they trusted,
Really?
assured users that this would be what they had always dreamed of. However, they informed users that they would have to wait while users paid on a monthly basis. The companies had not yet launched.
Why is he yelling at us now? It's like blurry. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to try to remove it. We're going to have to refresh it. It's being silly now. All right, we'll just start it from here, I guess. Sorry, guys. Everything messed up. Everything went awry.
Crafted designations that encouraged people to dream. They hired individuals who looked very successful, with yachts, expensive cars, and beautiful homes. That was the bait. These companies, which they trusted, assured users that this would be what they had always dreamed of. However, they informed users that they would have to wait while users paid on a monthly basis. The companies had not yet launched, leaving many users in limbo. This narrative was repeated to millions of internet users.
Sir? Leaving. The company's never launched. He's yelling this at us too. The company's never launched. Left in limbo. You are literally describing Onpassive. Like, wow.
Across these companies and programs, those owners whom users trusted took their money month after month, but ultimately did not deliver. They caused heartache and pain, as many who were trusted turned out to be untrustworthy. A man observed what was happening to unsuspecting users of internet products due to the majority of companies.
He watched other companies not launch, and he was like, that's a great idea. Literally, that's all I got from that.
Some of which did launch, but most of those went out of business within 6 months without providing refunds. They simply closed shop, relocated, and opened new ventures using the same deceptive methodologies to attract unsuspecting individuals desperate for success. The same flawed compensation programs persisted, acquiring extraordinary efforts to make a profit. Only about 2% of all participants achieved success.
Yes. Yep, that's MLMs, which is what this is. So I'm not sure like what they're trying to switch to. Like, again, if you are in a company and there are over 3 levels where people are making commissions off each other, by law, you are then an MLM. So if only 2% of all participants make money in MLMs, guess what?
This small minority consisted of marketing wizards who cleverly drew people in, promising that anyone who duplicated their methods would also be successful. However, here's the red flag. They encouraged individuals to introduce their programs to family members and friends. Whether you are in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, or 70s, you've likely encountered this pitch before.
Yeah, they did 7 years ago when they joined Onpassive. And then you literally told them to sign up unborn babies. Remember? You told pregnant moms that they should make an account for their child. Don't wait. It was a big thing. You told everyone to open accounts for their children, minors. You were promoting it in schools across Africa. It was gross. You told them to sign up their entire families to it and all their friends. So again, the whole time, you're just describing Onpassive and Ash. But you're like, How dare they do that to you? Ash is gonna fix it. It's so bizarre.
Despite this, millions continued to join these companies. But who truly benefited? Only the company owners.
Yeah.
While users suffer
I mean, like Ash, who pocketed $108 million? Yeah, exactly.
financially and mentally in their desires to help their families. The poorly developed systems ensured that most would not reach their potential. Even the 2% who succeeded faced ceilings on their earnings. Thus, a massive number of people were left searching for a trustworthy figure in the industry. One day, while surfing the internet, they discovered a man who didn't own his own company but became the top affiliate in every company he joined. The reason behind his success was that he developed systems designed to help users succeed. Unfortunately, despite these effective systems, he didn't own the companies. Consequently,
stop screaming at me, Lord.
Even those who joined him faced limitations on their earnings. This situation exposed the self-serving nature of many company owners who...
No, I don't think the situation exposed. I think that was our community that exposed them, wasn't it? Pretty sure we're all still here exposing them. Go Team AntiMLM.
Were involved in the online business landscape, claiming to provide opportunities for users. Some companies were shut down, not for legal reasons, but out of sheer selfishness. The owners had money, minimal overhead, and used outdated cookie-cutter websites, leading to a phenomenon known...
Really? You're going to bring up the websites? Don't think that just because yours got deleted on June 27th, 2024, that we forgot what it looked like. Just saying.
The saturation. Users became disenchanted, stopped using the products, or were forced out by failing companies. The man I am speaking of recognized the damage that was being inflicted on innocent, hard-working people who simply wanted to make money. So he resolved to put an end to this cycle, together with his...
Now I feel like you're doing my speech. That's how I feel watching this. Now you're speaking for me. That's what I think when I'm watching what Ash is doing. I'm like, how dare this man steal from all of these people? And honestly, damage all of these innocent, hardworking people who simply wanted to make money. How dare he seek out people that were vulnerable, that came from impoverished areas, promising them that he would save them and their entire communities, just to leave them all hanging for 7 years so far. We need to stop this. We need to put an end to this cycle.
Wife, they decided to create their own company, which began in 2018. They experienced initial success. The entry fee was incredibly affordable. Momentum built, and the name rapidly spread across the internet. They even launched their first product, a video conferencing platform that was superior to existing options.
I'm dying right now. I love how this whole video is like this guy, like, he goes to do a motivational speech and he starts off all soft-spoken and calm. And then as he continues to talk, he gets angrier and angrier to the point where he's like screaming at us like he's talking to us like this. How dare these people do that? And then all of a sudden, the next note, he's like, and so then... Like, I'm just like, what the fuck was that switch? That was quite the tone switch there. It kind of took me for a loop, you know? She was so angry at us a moment ago, to the point where I was like, holy crap. You might need to take an Ambien, this poor man. He still has half the video to go. And it's a fucking AI bot, but I'm like, this thing's going to give himself a heart attack. And then he's like, you know, some days. You're like, what the fuck is happening? What is happening? 2018 and in the same place. Exactly. Like literally the exact start of it. Like, I believe that they had the Go founders at least started up around that time. This is the greatest thing they've ever released. Imagine being stupid enough to create something like this. It's so crazy to me. I'm like, what prompt did you put in to get this voice, I wonder? Angry motivational speaker that hasn't gotten laid in 3 years and probably has something shoved up his buttocks. Because that was a weird one to go with.
And founders began to receive commissions in their back office.
We were all motivational again for a moment there. But now the music has switched, you see? The music has switched now. It's about to get passionate, I guess you should say.
However, complications arose when the payment processors halted operations and seized funds before any of the founders could collect commissions based on sales.
That's not what really happened. Again, the merchant, I don't even know if Ash got as far as, like, he technically didn't finish doing a transaction. Like, allegedly, some of these payments for OConnect went through, but, like, they were already kind of giving him problems at the very start of it. Like, we didn't even make it one day where they were able to have payments go through. Okay, I feel like they really wanted a deposit, and he didn't want to give it to them. And some shit went down. Apparently, there was some lawyer stuff going on and a lawsuit that I couldn't really find any details on. So I don't know. Maybe it's different. I'm still looking. But apparently Ash lost that against the merchant. So the merchant won whatever it was. And I have a feeling that it was they kept their security deposit because it looked like money laundering. You know? I'm just saying. They typed in Chris Farley, the van by the river. Oh, man. Details, queen, details. I don't have much more details than that. But Lord.
Fair recognized that something was amiss. He had trusted individuals he thought were close to him, but they turned out to be enemies in disguise. Even many of the technology employees.
I would say, at least for this part, it makes a little bit more sense that he's angry, screaming at us. The rest of it was like, and they promised people that they were going to make the money. And it was like, you don't have to scream that at us. But at least, you know, I guess if you're screaming about imaginary people robbing you, then, you know, that's something to get mad about, I guess.
He's from India turned against Mr. Mufara. He realized that the company's growth should have been targeted and narrow, aimed at helping people earn instead of spending their hard-earned money without receiving benefits. In response, he halted the company, eliminated all the negative influences within the corporation, and founded new, dedicated technology experts who shared his vision. They began.
We're supposed to be like, oh my God, how amazing.
New, leaving the old company behind as it became inoperable.
What?
The new company is on the verge.
Wait. I wasn't following the words, so I have no clue what it said. Like I said, I can't read the damn closed captioning. It drives me nuts. So I wasn't okay. Oh, inoperable. I was like, what are they trying to say? That's great. I love that. That's my favorite thing ever. To hear that again.
Old company behind as it became inevitable.
That's the best way to say that word I ever heard. I love that.
Shared his vision. They began anew, leaving the old company behind as it became inevitable.
As it became herbal. That is the best. Oh shit. I hope you guys spent so much money on this. That was great. It was worth it. It was worth every penny. We are getting much entertainment from this. That is so crazy. Which AI voice would you like them to use? Passive aggressive Edward Norton, please. Right? I don't know what this is. I didn't even know what they said. Now that I know what it is, I'm like, okay, I get how we got there a little bit. But the first time I heard it, I was like, wait, what word is that? Oh shit, well, you definitely don't want to end up inhonorable. That would be awful. Nobody wants that. I hear it's really bad if you and your company end up inhonorable.
The new company is on the verge of flourishing. Trust is a
What the fuck was that? Inhonorable. The new company is on the verge of flourishing. Trust. A slam poem by John White and Bill Must.
potential. You want to partner with someone who has a proven track record of being trustworthy. And Mr. Ash Mufara fits that description.
Fair. Dramatic pause? It's real theater, these videos. Is that it? No. Very That's dirty.
You can absolutely trust him to deliver with his...
Hey, who's this bitch? What's happening? Hold on, I wasn't ready. I thought I was. It was a really long time. That's my fault. Now I just need 7 years to get ready for everything because of you people. I blame you. I wasn't ready for that. I really wasn't. I was not ready for the whole voice to change like that. Oh, I'm going to miss our screaming buddy. He must have become inarguable. First time I've actually rolled my eyes in a live stream. Isn't that the weirdest? This has been the weirdest. For the words, too, though. Like, they're literally describing Onpassive this whole time. But they're like, but that's awful. If someone did what Ash did, that would be so fucking terrible. They should definitely be inoperable. You know? And you're like, what the fuck? All right, so now we've switched. Okay, hold on. We had a little break there. We had a little pause, little music break, and now it's going to be a new voice. So get ready for that because I definitely didn't. I think I'm good now though.
You can absolutely trust him to deliver with his new company because he is in control of its direction.
What was this one? Phone sex operator? What the hell is going on over here? She got a little turned on by the yelly guy.
The team knows where they are headed, and only Mr. Mufara knows when they will arrive at their destination. Therefore, founders and affiliates can place their trust in Mr. Mufara and his new company, which will undoubtedly be rewarded. In recent updates, he mentioned that we will soon be pleasantly
This is gonna make Susie jealous.
surprised with technology that has never been seen or used before. This new company is poised for greatness. Just hold on a little longer, and the world will witness what Mr. Mufara and his technology teams have created for the benefit of loyal founders,
Oh, she's gonna yell at us too, guys.
affiliates, and humanity. Caution! Do not return to the companies and systems from which you fled. That is called insanity.
You don't say. Okay. Right. Is that the end? I'm a little scared to see if anything comes next. I believe that's the end. So, are they trustworthy, guys? After all that? Oh my. Yeah, we don't need that today. Thank you, Daily Show. Oh my god, that was a trip. That was a trip. That was just, I don't even know what that was. That was incredible, though. That was great fun. I liked that one. I really did. I'm going to have to make sure to remember that one. I think that was their newest one, too. I just want to check quickly. I believe it was. It was. That was their newest one. That was their newest one. They have another one we can watch that's pretty short. Hold on, I'll cue it up. Everything's being slow now. Okay. Oh, no, right now. All right, this one is called Loyalty. So should be just as much fun. It's only a few moments long, though. See, it's only 4 minutes. So I think we can fit it in here before we wrap this up for the evening. And it looks great fun, you know? It starts off with a great sentence, as you can see, that says, "These are the opinions of Bill Musk and John White, the Wii Team." So I don't know who the I Team is. Is that supposed to be like Marty and Robin now? Or and Chris says, "If this is what in control looks like, I'd hate to see if he loses control again." Are you sure it's armable? I'm pretty sure. We should be good to go now. Should be a good one. Oh, let me just make sure my volume is good. It is. All right, let's go.
These are the opinions of Bill Musk and John White, the Wii Team. What is the true meaning of loyalty? Faithfulness.
This guy looks like he has schizophrenia and he's talking to his buddy. Like, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it in this moment. Like this looks craziness. What is this? He's flapping his arms around. It looks really weird. I know that we're supposed to think that the voice is coming from this person, but that's not the vibes I'm getting.
Loyalty embodies a steadfast faithfulness that persists even in the face of temptations to abandon, betray, or desert. One deeply appreciates the loyalty of friends. Devotion emphasizes a zeal and service that equates to self-dedication. What is the definition of a loyal person? A loyal person is faithful to their oaths, commitments, or obligations, standing true to their vows. Synonyms include true, steadfast.
Okay, this is like such a copy and paste from like a dictionary definition. It literally then goes into the synonyms. That's ridiculous. Like, what is that? The voice sounds like Eminem when he was rapping about his daughter.
Staunch, devoted, and constant loyalty extends to support for any leader, party, or cause, or to any individual or entity deemed worthy of fidelity.
Jesus Christ.
A loyal friend.
Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about loyalty. It's very ironic after they just booted their loyal friend.
What are the qualities of a loyal person? Loyalty involves being present for someone through both challenges and triumphs, standing by their side, regardless of circumstances. It requires acceptance.
Well, see, here's the thing. See, now you can be too loyal. All right? Like, you shouldn't be loyal to someone to the point where, like, if they're being abusive to you or treating you wrong, that you just kind of like stick around no matter what circumstances. You know what I mean? You can be too loyal sometimes. You guys gave Ash a good run. You know, it's been 7 years, but it's like, you know, nothing's happened. I doubt it's about to. But I really hope that if it doesn't, then that will be enough for most people. You know, that you'll really start waking up. But, you know, who knows? It's a cult. It might not happen.
And loving someone for who they are without threats to withdraw support in tough times.
Well, then what just happened? What just happened? With that ritual denunciation that just happened so publicly with Marty and Robin. Like, they're wondering why their names were listed when you wouldn't even list Muhammad Kamal's name in the back office, Mr. Ash. And I have to agree with that. I was also kind of like, yeah, that is weird. I mean, it is a good point. He protected those people's names, but he was sure to list these names because he wanted the backlash to come back on them. You know? Next line. Loyalty means you don't take payments from someone who stole money from a bunch of people, then beg for money from those same people, and then start repping other scams. That too. That too. You know? I'm not saying that Marty didn't make mistakes either. That's the thing, is that all of these people are snakes. So, they're all going to stab each other in the back. And I told Marty a while ago, and Chris a while ago, that if Ash ever had to choose between them or running this cult, he wasn't going to choose them. They can't give him what the whole cult gives him, you know? Right? So, lesson learned, hopefully.
May we introduce Mr. Ash Mufara's new company. How do you show loyalty? By cultivating a habit of positive, trust-building behaviors, you are more likely to build lasting loyalty.
Let's
1, make a commitment. 2, offer continual support. 3, communicate effectively. 4, practice gratitude.
Listen, communicate effectively. Screams at us. Like, is that effective communication? Got success with that, have you? You know, because in my experience, screaming gets you nowhere. Everybody stops listening. So.
5, be persistent. 6, stay true to yourself. 7, complete small gestures. 8, practice forgiveness. To Mr. Ash Mufara's founders, we are at a momentous point in our lives. We are fortunate to have been
I almost believe him.
Chosen as one of the founders of Mr. Ash Mufara's new company.
Wow.
What is a founder?
I don't fucking know. We've been trying to figure it out for 3 years. We still don't really know. And we don't know what they get either for being one. That's kind of been our question this whole time. Maybe Yelly here will tell us.
Founder is someone who embodies loyalty.
Well, I don't think that's correct.
Why were we attracted to Mr. Ash Mufara's new company? It is the loyalty displayed by Mr. Ash Mufara and his family that drew us in. In today's business world, it is refreshing to encounter someone who prioritizes your interests above their own. This loyalty sets Mr. Ash Mufara apart from other CEOs in the industry, while many focus solely on their self-interest, which limits the concept of loyalty. Mr. Mufara...
It's so weird to me how it's always like a competition between him and every CEO. Every other CEO. And, you know, right now, especially in the U.S., and for a while now in the U.S., CEOs have not been regarded very highly. Let's just say that. And I can't help but wonder if when Ash does this, if that's just him trying to separate himself from being a CEO in the U.S. right now. You know, CEOs in the U.S., they've been having it rough. You know, somebody killed one, everyone supported the killer. Another one ended up cheating on his wife on a Jumbotron at a Coldplay concert. They're just having a rough time and have been for quite a while. And he's been doing this thing for months now that's like, I am not like any of the other CEOs. I'm my special own kind of CEO. And I just can't help but wonder that. He wouldn't get caught cheating on his wife at the Coldplay concert, you know? He would go cheat on his wife and not get caught. Actually, he probably would. The FBI would probably catch them doing something, and he wouldn't even know what it was that he did wrong.
And his family aspire to create an inclusive environment within Mr. Ash Mufara's new company, not an exclusive one. Definitions: inclusion signifies equal respect.
Really? We're doing the part at the definitions? I don't know. Reading off definitions doesn't exactly like light the fire under my ass, but okay. Okay. Weird choice, though. Weird time for this part of the song.
Understand it without bias or judgment for all individuals in a society. Exclusivity refers to limited access. Mr. Ash Mufara's new company was designed to offer unlimited access. The company will thrive due to the unwavering loyalty of Mr. Ash Mufara, his family, and now his technology.
Unwavering loyalty. He said unwavering wrong. It was kind of funny.
Team who are attuned
Not as funny as inevitable, though.
To Mr. Mufara's vision and are dedicated to revitalizing the company so that founders can dare to dream once again.
Okay. Well, at least he put up the one when they said once again. At least they got that to work out for them. That was probably an accident.
Loyalty is the distinguishing factor that makes Mr. Ash Mufara's new company unique.
Who's this guy?
Compared to any other business. Stay loyal.
Is this the other guy after he has like 6 joints? What's going on here? Like, what just happened?
Mr. Ash Mufara. His family and his new technology personnel have embraced this principle to the highest degree. Get ready for the exciting next phase of Mr. Ash Mufara's new company.
It's funny, they're not calling it New Direction Company anymore. Now it's just New Company. It's kind of silly. Is that it? That's the end. He's still sitting. It looks so silly. All right, that was fun. That was fun. That was fun. We have to save some fun for Friday. I'm hoping to do one. We'll see how it goes. But that's all I've got for you guys tonight. I hope that all of you have a fabulous, amazing night. And that you all enjoyed your MLM Monday. Be sure to check my community tab I do have a lot of posts going up there. And at deheck.com, I now have a blog spot up on there. So I've been posting those as well. So be sure that you check all of those out. And I'll keep you guys updated on all of this in future. I am hoping that we can give our mind a break, though, and do some other things this week. So stay tuned for all of that. I'm trying to cue this up. And I hope that at least gave you a laugh at the end of the night. It's 11:30 p.m. here. Slightly tired. So I'm going to end this up. I'm going to go smoke a bunch, and then I'm going to go to bed. That's what I'm going to do. But yes, I hope that all of you have a fabulous, fabulous night. Thank you so much for hanging out here with me today. And I hope that you all enjoyed your Monday, and enjoy your Tuesday too. I might see you either tomorrow or Wednesday. Like I said, the best way to know what I'm doing is stay tuned to the community tab. So yeah, that's it. I love all your faces like always. We're in it to win it. Woo!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
No, you're not.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I don't believe you.
Friend.
I'm Mike Ellish, by the way.
We are Onpassive, shining bright into the future. We rise high.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call. Hey.
Tall, hand in hand. We are the unicorn. We are the
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara. If you're rude, if you've been doubting or spying, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was 3-minute Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them all more than one. It's not the answer you want, but
yeah.
call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to crazy men talking about their experiences. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellish, by the way.
And I'm your friend.
Please like and subscribe, everybody, and have a fabulous day.
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend.
To win it.
My name's Ash Mufara.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's down there.
My name's Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Kaya.